All right, everybody, welcome to Into the Macabre, where we're going to be doing a deep dive into everything paranormal, strange, and unexplained. I am one of your hosts of the evening. I am Cerventes, and with me is...
Westphal404.
Welcome on in, everybody. So we got a pretty fun week, but we just want to quickly jump into a couple of topics, because going through the VOD last week and then putting it up on YouTube, boy... there was some fun stuff where, first off, I swear a lot. You ever notice I swear a lot? Boy, I swear a lot.
No,
and typically,
I didn't notice that.
Typically, I don't have a problem with putting up swears on my content, but I know how YouTube is with swearing, and for this kind of show, maybe I'm going to tone it down a little bit. So I'm going to hopefully not have to censor myself as much this week as I did last week. But there's a lot of bleeps on the timeline in post, and boy, that was fun.
It's probably because you were just shook to your core from some of the things that we saw.
Yeah, I mean, well, you saw it, right?
Yeah,
you did see it, right? Well, that brings us to a second point. Nuke's top 5. What a guy! Apparently, we're not the only ones who make fun of that. Apparently, he's pretty well made fun of in this genre of community, just for the sense of, did you see it? Was this a real haunting or just an elaborate TikTok hoax? Sound off in the comments and let me know.
It fits. It just fits.
I get it. You're cheesy. You're getting that engagement, that clickbaitiness. I get it. Like, not all the videos we saw were necessarily like the most best done, the most believable, or even just like good in general, but I get it. You gotta really like remember the one with the concert and the face behind the screen? That was so stupid. But it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And also, obviously, just reiterating again, don't never bring to, we said it as much as we could last week. We just say it again. Don't ever bring, if you're gonna go ghost hunting and stuff, cool, awesome, fun, be safe about it. Don't bring pets. You never know what's out there. Don't bring pets.
I mean, I don't care if they're being safe, but leave the animals out of it. Definitely not.
Yeah. And also, yes, I am wearing the same shirt I wore last time. This might be a recurring theme. This is my bi-weekly Wednesday shirt, so it works. Laundry happens in between, and it just happens to. It's fine. It's fine. We've also rebalanced audio, so Wes can be heard a little bit better, and we have to do less in post to make it work. I have a new background. Wes has the same background, so we're cooking with gas.
Different shirt though. So
different shirt. Yeah, and for same head though.
Yeah.
Same head. So that's good. But we're gonna kind of stick to the same format we did last time. We're gonna start off with some TikToks that we've scrounged up from around the internet, and we can even end up doing a whole session of TikToks if we can scrounge up enough goodies. But for now, we're gonna start off by watching some TikToks as we go through and watch some more stuff this week. Not everything we're gonna watch is necessarily a horror happening, but something that's more kind of weird, scary, or creepy, and unexplained as to why it even exists in the first place. And now the more I think about it, the more there's this one series I saw last week that I might have to add to the list for next time, because it does fall into this category. So we're definitely gonna have some more stuff, some more good stuff next time. But this time we still have a lot of good stuff. We're gonna finish that Nuke's top 5 video that we're watching, and then we're gonna get into a new creators compilation as well, and we're gonna have a pretty good time. And again, we're not necessarily trying to debunk everything, but just the nature of the videos we're watching have a lot of they're just debunk bait.
Yeah, they're not believable at all. Like, there's nothing in them to the person's actions, to whatever else happens in the backgrounds.
Yeah, so we're gonna get straight into some scary stuff. And first up, we have a TikTok from a channel. The page is Haunted TikToks, and this is glitches in real life, I guess. I like some of these.
Yeah.
Fun illusions.
So, yeah. That was the main reason for me, submitting this one. It's just a lot of what we watch is based on perspective or, angle. Or, editing or something.
I also like this is to the X-Files theme.
Yes, that's like the best part about this video.
Oh, and then the music's just gone already. All right, well that's perspectives, different perspectives in real life. So again, not everything we're gonna see is necessarily scary this week, but it's cool. It puts new ideas into your head that people can easily, on things on camera may not be how they appear in real life, like a rear view mirror. It's pretty good stuff. And again, in the VOD on YouTube, we will be putting links for all the videos that we do watch. So this will again be credited. Which again, that VOD, if you missed it, it's up on YouTube now. It's been edited. Background music is going to be slotted in post. We too many things in play here to actually properly set up music, but we'll have that in the future. We're gonna figure stuff out. We're still starting off. It's only episode 2, and yeah, that's. But next up from a channel, Che Jim. This is something about some screams. Weird.
If you guys don't know anything about Appalachia, like that place is crazy up in the mountains. Like there's always legends of like witches and stuff like that. Like skinwalkers, if you know what those are. That goes on up there.
All right. Well, Appalachia horror. And again, if anybody ever has any videos they want to submit to us for the show, we have a channel open up in the Discord and discord.gg/serve. Head over there. We have a Into the Macabre channel where we can discuss all things horror, post horror clips, links, whatever, and we'll take a look at them to verify it's not something POS and it's actually worth putting on the show.
Like you said earlier, and it doesn't necessarily have to be horror. It could be strange, unexplained, whatever.
Exactly, that's all part of the show. It's not just paranormal. It's also stuff that's strange and unexplained. That's why we're going into the macabre. Let's check out some Appalachia horror.
Going out here by myself. Weird stuff I've been hearing weird stuff out here. So. Yep, there it is. Time to go.
And the other thing I love about this is that is the most realistic reaction, because that's what I would have done.
Yep, just drop the bags and go.
Ashes out, we're good.
Does that guy have more clips, like more horror stuff on his? No, he doesn't. Okay, so I wondered if he had more horror clips, but apparently, well, I guess he does have some spooky stuff going on.
Yeah.
But that is the user Che Jim. And he's got some other horror stuff. Maybe we'll come back to him in the future. Speaking of coming back to people in the future, I did try checking in on our favorite from last time, Dmatigian, and his mysterious knocking, and unfortunately there's no updates. There's been nothing new since. I'm a little disappointed that he hasn't put up anything really new, but I mean, I get it, A legit nope. That is absolutely a legit nope. That is the most realistic.
Yeah.
That was a very realistic one. So this is very clearly fake. This one comes from a channel, Lights Are Off.
Oh,
and they put up a lot of really cool edits like this. Mm-hmm. And the concept is kind of goes back to the same thing we saw last time with the that weird mystery tunnel, and the what is very clearly a Five Nights at Freddy's figure sprinting towards the camera. That one I feel like was done more less CGI, more practical. This one's definitely very clearly just full on edited, but this page has a ton of stuff that's very heavily edited as this, and this is this concept that actually will always be the most impressive to me in movies and in just in concept, is just the idea of something coming at you. And and I don't know if you've ever seen. Well, we can talk more about it after we watch it, but we're gonna give this one pass.
Always such good company.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that as a concept. And this user has a lot of videos. I definitely recommend checking it out. There's a lot of videos. It's all very clearly hyper edited, but it's some really cool concepts, really good editing, a lot of really good stuff. So check out Lights Are Off on TikTok. Really cool user. And I don't know if you've ever. It's the idea of this thing. You see this thing, it on its own, it's not necessarily scary, but once you see it start to move or even come at you, that's where it starts to get really scary. I don't know if you ever watched Lil Diddy back in the heyday of Slenderman on YouTube, Marble Hornets, which I have season 1 and 2 on the shelf over there somewhere. Oh my god, it's they had the gall, the audacity. We can maybe watch a few of these one day during one of these, where they use a Slender Man, and it's just kind of standing there, which is kind of whatever. But it's not until you see it move in the way that they have it move and start moving towards you and things like that. That's where the real fear factor comes in, because like this thing on its own kind of looks stupid, not serious, but once you have the actual idea of a potential threat, that's where it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the stuff like that is just the objects and stuff. Anything that you usually be wary of makes it even worse.
Yeah, like if we remember that from last time, we saw a clip where the guy moved a clothes rack and there was a face back there, and if the face had actually moved towards him, that would have probably redeemed it to me. That would have been the redemption. But because it was just stationary and stood there, it's like, oh man, that you suck. But yeah, even though that clip right there was very clear, it's fake. The whole channel is fake. But I'm gonna put the link to this channel in chat, because this is a very good channel.
Yeah.
And I'm even gonna drop them a follow as well, because that's.
You could just sit there and just scroll through their stuff endlessly. It's so great. Exactly.
So we will have that. That will also be linked on the VOD page on YouTube as well. But that's super cool. Just the idea of, the threat. It looks awful, but once you actually see that motion, that's where the threat makes it that much better. All right. So this next one, you haven't seen this one. This is from a channel called NGYM Investor. The title is in Japanese. I can't really understand it, but this is sped up. This is completely sped up, and in fact, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. But this is very clearly in Japan. So this is something that's not necessarily exactly scary, but it's kind of a weird, creepy thing that exists in the world. And again, this is sped up, very clearly sped up. Rainy day in Japan, and just this tunnel blows my mind. I like to think this is very clearly a one-way. I would hope this is a one-way, because holy crap, if this is not a one-way, but like, how many things could possibly go wrong in this tunnel? And look how often they slow down.
Yeah, and I feel like they're out in the middle of nowhere. They have to be for this. So then, something does go wrong. How long is it going to take for somebody to notice that you're gone or to check there?
And this is this is at least sped up like probably 2 or 3 times. But this is like, I would not want to be here. Would you go down this tunnel?
At least once. I would have to.
Yeah, imagine if your car broke down here, and we just saw there was like a little shoulder area, but it just looks so cramped.
And it's so clearly dark in there.
There's no lights. The only lights are those skylights, but it's a rainy day, and like, even potential flooding hazard. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Especially now, like everywhere's flooding now.
Yeah, we have a few shoulders, but the shoulders are filled with garbage. But this is definitely like a backwoods area. So if you go to the comments for this video, they're loaded with people just saying, "Oh, Spirited Away," and we get to the end, and this is like, look at right when they got to the end, it was just like a big crater of water.
Oh my god!
And that is absolutely insane. Like, and how do you get back? Like,
yeah,
that's
like, what if
even
they had
worse.
to turn around because something you drive in reverse, all like, because that was really tight. It looked like.
Yeah, so that's somewhere in Japan. That will the link for that will be up in the link for that will be up on the YouTube VOD as well. And if people want to see more, we can also link it in the Into the Macabre channel in the Discord if people want to see the resources from tonight. And again, the VOD for this will be up on YouTube by the weekend, hopefully. Editing this isn't too time consuming, but that's fine. We are on to our last video for TikTok for today before we go back to the compilations, and this is from realhorrortok. And this is an interesting page. It just has it's all not necessarily horror stuff, but stuff that's actually kind of frightening as a concept to happen. Like they had one where someone's pet was uncomfortable with what they were doing, and like all the warning signs were there, and then the pet attacked the person. Stuff like that is there, where it's like there's commentary over it explaining what's going on. It's all really interesting stuff. So it's almost like, you know, like a horror YouTube channel compilation, but just one video at a time in TikTok format, which is really cool. This is a really cool channel for that. And I would definitely recommend checking that out if you want to watch some more stuff that might unsettle you. More, not even just necessarily scare you, but just leave you a little unsettled about the mysteries of the world. But we're gonna let this video in particular. I picked this video just because it was more recent in my findings. But we can definitely absolutely dig more into this channel at another time. But let's check this out real quick. This is a video claiming that this house is worth 900,000, and we'll let the video commentary do the rest of the talking for us.
This eerie video was posted to Reddit by a specific user. I'll tag him below. And while exploring a house he found on Zillow, he found a loose floorboard, and underneath there was a freezer, and what he found was haunting. And when he told the realtor to call the police, she quickly shooed him out of the room. When he posted the video to Reddit, the comments were full of speculation as to what it could be. He hasn't posted a part 2, but if he does, I'll let you know. But I'm really curious about this one. What do you think?
This is, but there's a big bag in there with water.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you're house hunting. You're at the expensive part of town, and you find that.
That's what adds to the value.
That's what adds to the value. But this is a really cool channel.
Wealth.
This is definitely a really cool channel, and I really like some of the stuff they do. I'm actually gonna drop a follow on them as well. But they have a lot of videos of just different stories and different stuff happening. Like here's one of the videos I was talking about where, you know, this dog is very cool, showing signs that it's not comfortable with stuff going on, and then
the one before that one right there, that I've seen that one and I like it. No, to the right of
this is what I wanted to dive into.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna watch this one real quick.
Comes from TikTok user Aaron Cloudy. I'll tag her below. And after purchasing a 200-year-old Victorian flat.
Real quick, if you actually go to this channel, because I've seen it on the actual proper channel, they have multiple parts to this. So I don't know how much this particular video is gonna how much this video is going to cover, but this has multiple parts to it, so I definitely recommend pursuing this. And this is great. This is actual like, it's again, this is another example of, this isn't something that's necessarily like happening that's scary, but its existence is where the horror is.
They found a hidden door behind the stairs, but what's even crazier is that there was a whole nother secret room, and there was no mention of this on the deed or by the realtors, and the comments were full of speculation as to what it could be. But the scariest part was in their latest update when they found tunnels with seemingly no end. Here's a short clip, but you can see the full video on our page.
He's like barbarian.
That's real life barbarian.
Yeah. Like, you don't even know where you are at this point.
Like, you need to call the police if you find something like this.
Somebody. Call somebody.
Oh my days, it keeps going. Oh my days. Look at those tiny little doors.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine it's not even, my logical explanation is it's actually nothing, and it just happens to be like, there just happens to be pathways running under houses, like not even on purpose or something. But the fact that there's a hidden doorway to this is insane.
Just the way it's covered up, and it's, you know, it's so old, you can tell.
Yeah.
This creepy video.
That's just so crazy. Like,
Aaron Cloudy. I'll tag her below. And after purchasing,
like, imagine finding that under your staircase.
They found a hidden door behind the stairs. But what's even crazier is that there was a whole nother secret room.
Yeah, like I can only, it could be used, it could have been used for smuggling, it could have just been used for underground work. Like, there's so many things that it could be, but the fact that it's undocumented, it's insane. But that's a video series definitely worth pursuing, because they are making constant updates. So that's something definitely worth checking out. But yeah, if that's realhorrortok, definitely check them out. It's really cool that they're, you know, taking stuff and kind of giving you background information in short form content form.
Yes.
So that's really cool that's there. But that is it for the TikTok portion of the show for today. Again, if you have more TikToks or short form videos or videos to submit to us at all in general, definitely go into the Into the Macabre channel in our Discord and submit some stuff there. We're going to talk all things horror. We are taking suggestions. There just really hasn't been a lot of suggestions so far.
Bring them on.
So if you have any suggestions, definitely send them our way. It could be a video that's brand new. It could be a video that's 10 years old. We're happy to dive into anything that's, you know, paranormal, strange, unexplained, or just simply macabre.
We're all on different algorithms here, so, you know.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to go back to our favorite guy. We're going to go back to... We're going to go back to Nuke's top 5. We're going to finally finish Nuke's top 5. His best of 2023. So we had last time on Nuke's top 5, we had seen a whole plethora of things, and the last thing we had seen was, remember?
I do not now.
It was probably my favorite guy out of all of the
yeah. Now I remember.
The only one that we both agreed.
Yeah.
And we had been preaching all night that if you ever go spelunking or urban exploring or ghost hunting or anything, you usually are going to bring multiple people, bring a whole crew.
Yeah.
This is the one person who probably is actually legitimately out by themselves, and that was the Midwest Ghost Hunter. All the way from Minnesota, it's the Midwest Ghost Hunter.
That guy was great.
But that guy was cool. His video was silly as shit. But now we're going to go on to even scarier things. So let's see what Nuke's got for us next. Unwanted guest.
Video. 2 police officers are alerted by an Airbnb homeowner who suspects someone has broken into her house.
How's it going? What seems to be the problem?
Oh, wait. I think I know. Okay, so I think I know this one.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you know this one.
I don't think so.
I'm already, it's gonna be really silly. And you're
Okay.
gonna see just how silly. If it's what I'm thinking of, I'm 99% sure.
I'm ready for it now.
Okay, we're buffering.
YouTube decided I wasn't ready for it.
How's it going? What seems to be the problem?
I left for a while to go shopping, and when I came home, the door is open. I think somebody broke in.
The homeowner says the house should be empty, but is worried that an intruder might be inside. The two officers make their way into the house as their body cameras record the entire incident.
Police! If anyone's here, make yourself known.
One of the officers is checking out the downstairs bedroom, and this is when things start to get weird.
They bored of a gun.
Yep.
Thank you, Nuke's Top 5, for gracing our YouTube TOS.
That's great. Love it.
Real quick. I just love that the cop is just banging this cabinet door.
Yeah.
Against the frame in the picture. Like, if it's, it sounded like it was plastic, but imagine if it was glass and you just like smash it.
Can we back up from there? Why would you put that there as a homeowner?
I mean, this whole house for it's supposed to be an Airbnb.
Yeah.
It seems like a regular default, but I mean, what is an Airbnb at the end of it?
Yeah.
I know there's like higher tier Airbnbs where it's a whole mansion, but like, and like, just the person was out shopping and then just came to check on their Airbnb and saw the door was open. Like, there's just so many weird things going on here. But we're already jumping into nitpicks, so
yeah.
That's one more thing, just because I'm hearing the background noise, it just reminded me, in the VOD, we got the shit copyright striked out of us because of music claims.
Cool.
So I don't know how the Nuke Top 5 makes any kind of money, because boy, you cannot put ads on any of this.
Oh god.
Homie just loves the craft, all right? Homie's just here for entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, the kindness of his heart.
Apparently, because there's no way if you're getting like hit by UMG this hard, you're not making any money on these videos. I don't care how many millions of clicks you have, you're not making anything on these. But I don't know if they have some way of bypassing it that we're just not for some reason. But I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they bought a license and I clearly didn't.
Anyone inside?
No.
A loud bang can be heard, and at the same time, strange interference comes through the radio. The officer now heads upstairs, and his body cam starts to experience strange video glitches.
Out of here!
Next is downright chilling.
That's never happened before.
So this is where it already gets. You can already, like, again, Marble Hornets, is Slenderman here? Is Slenderman staying at the Airbnb? Is that why the body cam is going? Oh, bro.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
And why is the car? Even if it's like just an intruder thing, I'm not a cop. I don't know standard regulation rules of engagement. There's been no, but like rules of engagement, in my mind, I would think that since there's been no confirmation of like anyone being armed or dangerous or anything, is the cop running around just pointing his, why would a cop be running around pointing his gun around every corner and be ready to shoot first? Like, I don't know. Is that
they
normal?
haven't responded? It's like in a defensive way.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Nobody's responded to make themselves known. So
I do like to have a guns blurred.
Yes.
Oh. Camera distort happening, like. I mean, it's a cool effect. If you really want to do weird stuff, like that's the way you do it. And where's the other cop?
Yeah.
Didn't they both be like up here?
Yep. Yeah. If they were still clearing the house, yeah.
I mean, cool. If they're keeping the effects consistent, which I like that. The effects being consistent is good. Extra blankets and stuff, you know, good Airbnb host.
Yeah. Paintings of ships, you know. Staple.
Why have a cop back out of a room? I feel like that's the most dangerous thing possible.
Yeah.
Whoa. Why would he immediately call for backup?
He would if it was real.
And he just heard like that running and stuff. Why didn't he go re-clear the room?
Yeah. You would have held the stairs.
Yeah, we're good.
Now, understandably, this police officer is done with this house. 2 doors open on their own without explanation, and when the officer is about to go downstairs, the loud sound of charging footsteps or stomping can be heard right behind him. He swings around, but again, no one there. This footage was later released as the officer claimed to have experienced paranormal activity while inside the house. So just what do you think is going on here? Is this Airbnb haunted? Let me know down in the comments. The Shadowy Shepherd.
So, you know what that really gives me? That gives me, I just watched the whole VHS series, and I think I can do it.
I mean, so again, I will compliment. It's a cool effect. Granted, like, it throws me back to Slender Man. Like, oh, are they recording Slender Man right now? Yeah, very clearly not a trained professional. I don't know. That one, it's a cool concept, but like I wouldn't necessarily give it more than 5 seconds of thought, because like there's just so much happening where right from the get-go, like it's I can't put a level of belief in.
Yeah, there's nothing you can really latch onto in it. They could have went harder with it, you know.
Yeah, like.
And the fact that he just turned around and walked out after hearing stomping.
Yeah, like this would just be if this is like actual police, this would just be like the worst officers. And I feel like release of this video would be grounds for termination.
Yeah.
Very easily. But this is why I'm not a cop. All right, well now we're gonna move on to the Shadowy Shepherd.
This next creepy video was captured by Twitter user Eldar Glorfindel. Eldar says that he and his friends were about to head home after spending a day at the beach in the city of Niterói, Brazil. They spotted a lone goat trotting down the street, so Eldar decides to take a quick video of the goat to share with his friends on social media, kind of as a joke. But his friends are shocked when they spot something that Eldar did not see.
Qual é, mano? Do nada, bode, mano. Bode, do nada.
Some eerie figure can be seen watching Eldar and his friends from the shadows. Eldar's baffled and swears that he and his friends didn't see anyone standing there at the time. But whoever or whatever it is, the goat does seem to take notice. So what do you think is going on here? Let me know down in the comments.
They weren't paying attention.
Do nada, bode, mano. Bode, do nada.
Run.
Like he was focusing on the goat?
Well, I mean, if you want to believe that, then yeah, it's kind of like the guy on the motorbike that saw the character show up for half a second.
Yeah.
It's just kind of somewhat. I mean, it's something like this. I'm super not in, but for channels and profiles that aren't necessarily prone to having a lot of horror elements on them.
Yeah.
Like a one-off like this is just so weird and random that it makes no sense. The goat was, I mean, if it was clearly a person there, the goat was looking at the person but keep going on about its business. We're somewhere in South America, right?
Yeah, it's Brazil.
Brazil, yeah. So South America. I don't know, man. I got not a lot on that one. You got anything on that one?
I don't think we really have enough like background of it to make too much.
Yeah, like they didn't even try to like last time they're like, oh, that was La Llorona. It's like, okay, well, what was this one? You know, we got everybody, even Nuke's here. It has nothing on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only honorable mentions, but still.
Everybody's core was safe on that one.
Especially the goats.
Yeah.
Japanese paranormal investigator Takeuchi from the YouTube channel Takeuchi Camera travels to the old abandoned Shiriwa village in Japan. The village is now a ghost town. It has been completely abandoned for over 28 years. Centuries-old graves of former residents can be found hidden away between the decaying homes. Locals like to say that these days, the only residents of Shiriwa village are the dead. In the dark of night, Takeuchi begins to hear unnerving sounds coming from all around him as he explores. He starts to get a little freaked out and decides to take out his thermal camera to get a better look at what could be hiding in the dark. What he sees shocks.
Is that real? They actually have like heat cameras that you can just attach to your phone.
Yeah, it's like a lens or something I think I've seen.
Like, that's so wild to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so silly.
This is a big note for me already.
Oh, absolutely. This looks like the Grudge House, you know?
You heard it. The core has been, you know, jostled a little bit here.
Wait, is he outside the house right now? Looks like he's outside the house.
So it's like, or sitting at like the doorway or something.
Yeah, so he's like outside the house. Yeah, it looks like it's pointing it outside, and it's just something kind of off screen on the main camera. Tomate. Specific camera pointing.
It looked like there was like a figure there, like an animal, where that heat signature was.
Did he just do like he's doing?
That's amazing.
I like that. Okay, that's cool. This guy's cool. I like this guy.
Winner.
I like this guy.
Him and Midwest Ghost Hunter need to team up.
Oh, I would love to see Midwest Ghost Hunter in Japan. He would lose his freaking mind. It's even doing like for reload sounds.
Yeah.
They're specifically like trying to not show you something.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't think it was that far, but yeah. Are you charging it just to take a picture?
That's like the worst idea.
So you're pretty much like messing with it.
Yeah, you're dead. Like if that's real, like if this is a movie, you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird shape. It's definitely a weird shape.
That's weird now. Like, before I thought maybe it was like a boar or something, you know? Like something of that size.
Oh, that's for real horror right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier. That's where... Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
That will get me every time. If I was watching this casually, I'd be so in.
I think this is like one of my favorites from all
This is leagues better. This is leagues better than everything that was in the top 20.
Yeah. Like,
this is
anything, we talked about this before, anything Japan, check, instantly scary. And then you're in the woods in Japan, check. Abandoned village in Japan, check. Graves, check. Like everything.
That Japanese tunnel earlier in this same video, scary, horrifying, great work. The Indonesian one, it was good, conceptually great, just the character sucked.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, but the character was awful because the whole idea of I'm so scared, I'm more scared than I can ever be.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
No. Yeah, and that
and this guy also had a literal Resident Evil inventory screen. Everything about that's great. What? No, obviously it's fake. Why the hell would a ghost have it, like, be caught on infrared or whatever, like heat sensor? Why is a ghost supposed to be chilly, not hot? Which would imply a demon or something. It would imply a demon.
The settings he had.
Yeah, it would imply a demon. It would. And that could have. Well, I mean, it could easily be whatever that device is in that camera. Like, it could easily just be overlaying something on the screen. Like, that's my explanation. Is he's overlaying something on the phone screen to make it like look like something.
I don't know, that device he had plugged in the bottom is the infrared attachment for phones. The FLIR device is what they call it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not saying he's not doing that too, but I'm just saying that's what that device is. It's actually plugged in there.
Yeah, it could have easily been playback. I mean, in my mind, obviously it's fake, especially because he charged it, took a picture, ran back, did the whole Resident Evil inventory screen. He's still alive. He's not dead. In my mind, the camera charge enough should have been, like, in a real situation, he's dead, but he's not, so.
Pattern that resembles a human shape. But when Takeuchi looks around with his own naked eye, he can't see anyone. Suddenly the figure charges toward Takeuchi.
Yeah, that's... I love that.
Runs for his
I
life.
love that.
And with this, Takeuchi has had enough and just leaves. So could this be the angry spirit of a villager who passed away in the old abandoned Shiriwa village? Let me know what you think.
He didn't ask if we saw it, so I don't know, man. Did you see it? I don't know. I don't know, but overall, like, that's the best. I mean, like, in horror movies, some of the best moments are only moments of, like, where the thing charges you. Like, in all the bad Insidious movies, it's not until you see the thing on the screen and you're just staring at it like, oh, there's the whole jump scare, but then they triple down and it charges. That's where the horror is. I mean, and the other bad Insidious where, like, you see the dark shadow creature coming towards the lady, and then, like, she turns the light on, turns around, and it's just like jacket on a hanger. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely effort put into that one, and I think this guy
will be
is
going
absolutely.
to this guy's page and digging into some more of those.
Yeah, absolutely. This one was great. This guy was absolutely great. I really loved that one. It was so good.
Dashing out of the woods. Nuke's top 5 viewer Martin and his wife are out delivering food for DoorDash, driving through a wooded area near Chesapeake, Virginia. Suddenly, they spot something truly disturbing.
Oh, what was that? I don't know. What the Isn't that I don't know what the it was. I'm getting out of here. I thought it was not a deer.
Did you see it? What you're talking about?
No. It was like a reflection of it was not a reflection. It was
I definitely did not see it.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. Like, I'm not even no cap on that one.
I know what a deer looks like.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's gonna replay it and be like, "Did you see it?"
A strange figure can be seen running out of the woods at a super fast speed.
I think it was a deer.
Disappears into the darkness.
It kind of
on the
looks like a
other side
deer.
of the road.
Yeah.
Now, you certainly can't blame him, but Martin.
I think it's a deer. And yeah, like door dashing at night, like I live in a place, and I've always lived in a place where like a city area. And to me, city area is like the safest place to do like food service. Out in the woods, where you can lose phone service, is like those dashing apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates. They're not giving you someone's address; they're giving you active directions to people's homes.
It could be Bigfoot.
There's any number of things that this could be, but like I would not want to ever do this stuff at nighttime in weird places like this.
I mean, Bigfoot does live in Virginia, so that definitely could be.
Yeah, I drove through Virginia, and I was only on the highways, but man,
it looks amazing
in the daytime.
Yeah.
Oh,
like you drive by all like the mountains and stuff, like, or like the big valleys and stuff, and you see those big houses up there, you'd be like, that's awesome, it looks so nice. And then you think about like at night, this
is the most nothing thing.
Martin doesn't want any part of this. He jams his foot down on the gas and just gets out of there.
I feel like
his girlfriend
this video should have been before the last one.
But now Martin got the best view of this figure, and he says that something on two legs just jumped from the trees and ran right across the road. Martin says
think it's
that
a deer.
whatever it was looked humanoid, but he has no clue what it could have been. So what do you think Martin and his wife captured on their dash cam? Let me know down in the comments.
And I don't think I will.
Thank you so much for watching.
No.
All right, I don't think I will. But that was definitely some good ones there. There's absolutely some big winners in that one, and that honorable mention I feel like was by far the absolute best one out of all of them.
Hands down.
Yeah, so that was good. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
I'm truly upset that he got snubbed to honorable mention.
Yeah, I am as well. That was Nuke's top 5. We may visit some more of Nuke's top 5 in the future. But for now, we're going to be moving on. We have a new creator compilation to check out. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be checking out, this is the channel, BizarreBub, and this is V86, Scary Compilation V86. So, a lot of material to go back and look through for this guy as well.
Wars are like giving you flashbacks from school.
This will be we'll see. Yeah, that's cool. Let's get some background information on what we're looking at here. Let me boost the volume a little bit and let's check it out.
On November 24th of 2023, a school janitor is walking through an empty hallway that other custodians don't like being in during the night shift. The high school where this video takes place doesn't allow students to be alone inside this hallway after a specific time, and for good reason.
First off, if you were a janitor at a school, would you just be like videotaping yourself going around cleaning?
I mean, why not? Maybe he ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, he's trying to get big on TikTok.
On a cemetery.
Yeah.
Throughout the school, photos of the old cemetery can be found displayed on the walls, including fragments of headstones that were once there. Janitors claim that
that is the worst.
Why?
Like, it's one thing to just disturb it, and then just to keep pieces of the gravestones too.
just why? What is wrong with white people? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand what's wrong with white people. Man, why?
the place is haunted.
I don't know.
One night, a school custodian decides to record a video after having a strange encounter. But as he records, something happens that terrifies him beyond belief. This is his video. Watch.
The one we're watching, this video.
Yeah.
I hate. I'm nitpicking. I'm being overly critical. Again, I get it. we're drawing as much engagement as possible. We're being as clickbaity as possible to bring people in. But at the same time, me as the skeptic cynic that I am, and I hope you are as well, I'm just like, oh wait, I'm watching his video. This is his video that we're watching right now.
All right, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. All right.
Yeah, you know, he said he doesn't normally record.
Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe him until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some...
Real quick, motion detect lights.
Yeah, this is obviously an old school if it was built on that cemetery, though.
Yeah, they have modern conveniences such as motion detection lights, so...
Listen, schools, you know, budget cuts.
Yeah, but at the same time, so if the lights, like in the classrooms, have motion detect lights and it's just coming on now, if it's something going to be in the classroom, obviously, like, they had to wait a while for this setup.
Yeah.
Because the person, whoever's in there, would have to, like, just sit there for, like, 10 minutes of not moving to trigger... Oh, it's just interesting. I thought it was a motion detect. I don't know if he hit a switch. To me, it didn't look like he hit a switch.
Students at throwing a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And
stop it.
Do your thing, you stupid balloon.
Yeah.
I got you on camera now, so let's just see that right there. Just
yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Well, hey, do you have an explanation of how they get the balloon to move? Because I like that effect. That's a pretty cool effect.
I do. I'm sure there's some way you could do it without it being...
Oh, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but what would your explanation be?
When we went in the room, we didn't pan to the right at all, did we?
He did pan to the right.
Not all the way to the
not all the way. We didn't see the wall. We didn't see the wall. So it could be something pulling something. I mean, it's a string. You can barely see the whole string, but let's find out.
See, no.
I'm looking for signs of like tugging.
It just
it's very smooth.
It's very smooth. I'm not seeing signs of tugging, but at times you can see the string. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
As the janitor walks out of the...
So I think I can explain it. I think that whatever's pulling it is on the balloon weight, because we did see it had one of those little weights on. I think that's the only explanation, because we're not seeing the string getting tugged, but the only possible explanation would be they're pulling it from that. In fact, he could even just like have it like a rope or a string or something on the floor and be tugging at it with his foot. But I mean, like that could work. We would. It's weird because then the balloon would be shaking all over the place. So you know what?
It could be. I don't know.
I mean, again, hey, so far This has been better than everything we saw in Nuke's top 5.
Yeah. This is a good one.
The classroom,
and
a red balloon
shadow
starts to
at the
follow
end.
him. But further adding to the weirdness of this incident are the other balloons. For some reason, the other balloons stay in place while this one follows him. Feeling immensely unnerved, he
You
backs
can't
away
say it's
slowly
like
before
air
suddenly capturing
because none of
this.
the other balloons are.
Also, I don't think it's a CG balloon, because you're seeing I've been seeing his reflection the whole time. Like if you look really closely at the balloon when it was in the classroom, you can see his reflection. You can see. And granted, you can if you can take your time to. I feel like for this, I feel like someone would be too amateur to put that in. I don't know. I don't know if this person. I don't know their content would go super hard on kind of stuff. But either way, super cool. And the shadow moving, that's cool too.
No, I can't.
A dark figure appears in the background. This mysterious silhouette is only seen for less than a second as it seemingly runs by at full speed. It bolts away before disappearing from sight. This alone was enough to make the janitor clock out immediately. Now, there haven't been any updates except for a video in which the janitor talks about being scared to work alone now. But whether ghost or not, this whole incident continues to replay in his head.
Like I said, I haven't been back here to touch anything.
Real quick, this is the second night. That door at the end of the hall is closed now.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I can't. I'm not doing that.
Man,
so then,
a
just
jump
what
scare
exactly
right
was
there
caught on
would
camera?
have absolutely
With
killed.
no further info, it
Just
seems that this question
from a
remains
video
unanswered.
standpoint.
I mean, on the second night, the balloon is just in the doorway again. Like that's, and he doesn't even bother with it. Like that's okay. That one, I feel like the second night wasn't CG. But that I like that one. That one was solid. That was very solid.
That honestly, I can't like 100% say that's fake.
Yeah, and like I mean, it could easily be like, if for all we know, it could be real and someone's just f***ing with them. Yeah, like I mean, I wouldn't be I went to college. I'm not gonna be a janitor. Though janitors do have they got good benefits. They got good perks. Yep. They get perks. Don't have a garbage man. Garbage men actually get really good benefits.
Oh yeah.
But that was good. That was really good. I would be freaking out. I would be out. Yeah. Imagine like if that happens and he's like, I'm gonna just go back and show you that the balloon moves around and follows me around. But it's like it didn't follow him into the utility closet. It reset. He was the janitor's closet like the Resident Evil safe room?
Maybe.
And then the balloon reset. And then the second night it's still there. So I don't know. But the second night that door at the end of a hall was closed. So I don't know. Sky's the limit on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, like someone was saying, like it could be other staff or whatever opening and closing doors during.
Yeah, and he was saying. He made an update saying he doesn't want to work alone. Well, it's like, okay, but we're not establishing if he is even alone or if he was even alone the first night. But I mean, the fact him saying I don't want to be working, I guess has the implication of he was alone. I mean, I feel like I don't know how night staff at a school works. I know at my old office park, at the night staff or the janitors was like 6 people. So yeah, I don't know. I'd like to think they're not alone, but I don't know how this one works. But either way, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
In the following video, a babysitter is looking after a girl who in the video can be seen playing with her toys.
What you doing over there? Nice.
The reason for filming this video is because it was just earlier that the 5-year-old had said something very creepy to the babysitter. He films this video to record what she said. Take a look.
What was it that you told me earlier about your doll?
When I play hide and seek with my doll, it moves.
You said it moves?
Yeah.
That doll? This doll?
Yeah.
That looks like an act. Dolls are weird, man.
Yes.
I hate dolls. Like,
you said it moves?
There's so much innovation in the toy industry, especially with dolls, where they're trying ever since the 90s, the strive to make dolls more and more realistic. Why do we need that?
Some of them, like, they try that and they come out like nightmare fuel.
Yeah, and some of them hit the mark in every way possible. So, but that did look like almost like an actual child. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an actual child with the context going on.
Yeah.
Like you move it, or what? When does it move?
When you play hide and seek with her.
Oh, it's a doll.
When you play hide and seek?
Yeah.
Definitely creepy.
This creepy looking doll apparently comes to life when you play with it, but according to the child, it only moves if you play hide and seek with it. Now the child is only 5, so it could be that she was speaking from her imagination, but this notion didn't stop the babysitter from seeing if it was true. Curious to see if the doll actually moves, the babysitter plays a game of hide and seek. As he plays, he records it.
I'm 10.
Gucci Seek.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That was good.
Although quite a jump scare, the sitter would much rather be scared by a dog than a haunted doll.
Oh.
Thankfully, as he says, it didn't move. Now, while it may
Listen,
seem
you know
that
what's
nothing
bad
unusual
is
occurred during this
I've
night,
seen this
something
already.
Dude, I love it!
And it was so good.
Oh, that's amazing!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good! I love this!
So
This show's great, man!
Our top jump scare that we've seen.
Oh! Oh my god, I love this, man.
It happens later that scares the sitter to his core. According to him, the 5-year-old had just been put to bed when suddenly he sees this.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this before.
The dog has been staring at the doll. Looking at it. I'm kind of freaked out right now.
I'd be like, attack it.
For some reason, the dog stares at the doll for more than a few minutes. Even weirder is that they stare at it from a distance. It's as though they're afraid of getting close. Given what was said about the doll, this strange occurrence is made creepy. But fast forward to just a few hours later, and something way creepier is caught on camera. The sitter is taking a nap inside a room, when out of nowhere, a faint noise comes from the living room. Mind you, the living room is where the doll was last seen. The sitter promptly wakes up and begins to record. This is what he caught.
I'd babysitter if you're just taking a nap.
Yeah. Part of parenting is just naps all the time, so you know, babysitters.
Would you want to keep a babysitter that was napping on the job?
No.
As a
No,
child?
I mean,
napper?
it looks like it's at night, so I would imagine they were going to sleep for the night.
In a room, like it's the living room in the living room. I don't get these house setups, man. Like you have your
That's
living
where
room.
Like, they have like the lounge or something, and like
why
the living
you have
like,
two
it's
living
the same
rooms?
thing, it's just,
yeah, they're the same thing. So weird.
Entertaining room, you know.
Yeah, like I don't. It's just.
This was just
that much.
words
That's just. I
for
have so
living
much
room.
space. I have so much space. I don't know what to do with it.
That's just it's living room, but just you keep moving up a tax bracket. That's where the name changes come in.
Happy camera.
Yep.
It's either gonna mask whatever it does. It's just moving and like that's a creepy situation.
The toy inside the living room goes off on its own, but next to the toy is what appears to be the doll.
Honestly, I wouldn't be because of like how bad in quality it gets, which it's nice and clear and crisp earlier.
Yeah.
Because the lights are off.
This looks like a scene from.
Now we're down to 240p.
But yeah, like toys do go off accidentally. Because I remember this. It has traumatized me and my wife. One of my son's toys randomly went off at like 3 a.m. or something like that. And it was something with the batteries, and we just threw it out.
Zero focus out of left field. I don't know. Like clever, creepy. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just a little girl again. You know.
Fake, but I mean, I'd still give it, like, if we're gonna rate it, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 just for the dog jump scare.
Oh, that part was the best part.
Before,
yeah.
Until it's not. If you look closely, you'll notice that the doll starts to move on its own.
It was in the same position until it wasn't.
Yeah.
It appears to be lifting its head slowly, as if trying to make eye contact with the camera before quickly falling over.
You can't even tell that.
Who at this point has seen enough, hurries out in a state of terror.
I mean, you can tell something kind of moved.
Yeah.
Despite that there isn't a follow-up video to this incident, one can safely assume how the sitter felt throughout the night. But as with all videos, I'll let you be the judge on this whole encounter. Did the babysitter actually capture footage of something paranormal? Or might there be another explanation for this? It may just be that this video remains a mystery.
Yeah, cool video, multi-part. They were clearly telling a story, building this thing up, but then the actual payoff for it was it was the only inconsistency. Like I
feel like it should have just ended right after the dog.
Yeah, it could have just ended right after the dog. It would have been more fun that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea doll is actually moving, but why would it do it on camera, and why did the camera quality go to absolute crap?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Well, either way, cool video.
In this next video, two friends are exploring an abandoned paper mill with extreme caution. Aside from the fact that the old mill
and they
has
don't
potential
have their
hazards
dog
all
with
around,
them.
There's another reason why both.
Take notes, British idiots.
Write it down.
Don't take your dog spelunking, urban exploring, ghost hunting, whatever you want to call it. Don't take your small, tiny dog. Maybe if it's a big, actual scary dog, sure, maybe. And you were still with it the whole time, maybe.
Both men are treading carefully.
Watch episode 1 if you don't know what we're talking about.
Has it, the old paper mill is haunted. Now both friends are known as Kenneth and Justin, and they've set out to explore a place where residents have either seen or heard unexplainable things. One resident recounts a time when he and his friends saw something pretty creepy.
Do you know what I want to comment on?
No idea.
Really? You don't know what I want to comment about haircut here?
Yeah, all there.
The mullet and the bowl?
Yeah.
The bowl mullet?
Yeah, most definitely. The paper mill's haunted because I went there the one night, me and my buddies. We all went over there, and we were drinking a little bit, but my buddy caught it on camera that like something ran behind us.
No kidding.
On Snapchat, like he caught it on camera and everything.
Dude, I'm gonna be down there trying to get some.
Now there's a lot more stories from others who live near the mill, but the reason.
But we wanted to put bowl haircut on.
But he was the most photogenic, so this is what we went with.
Kenneth and Justin are visiting the place is not because it's haunted, but rather to see what's left of it. This is a hobby of theirs, and the old paper mill in Austin, Pennsylvania is on their list of places to explore. But little did they know that something terrifying would happen while being there. Both friends are exploring the old mill when they find a dark space beneath the building. They head down and capture this.
Honestly, like, just right off the rip, this is such a terrible idea because you see the place is actively like, well, it's not actively falling apart, but it's very clearly just so falling apart that like, it looks like just a breath will knock a wall down. So I think this is already So dumb.
Hold on, I want to get that lower, closer down here.
There's a bone on the Beaver Dam there. Good.
Holy shit.
See it right there?
What is it?
A bone. Bone.
I don't see it. Oh, it is. What the fuck? Holy smokes.
Is it flooded?
Heard.
Hello?
Yep, get the f out of there. Whoa! Yep, no more of that.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
What was
I
that?
have no idea.
What? Why do
All
you
of a
stop
sudden,
running
a
there?
disembodied voice is heard from the darkness. Both
I'm
men,
gone.
upon hearing this, run away in a frenzied manner, as it seems that someone or something had responded. It
They
almost
ran like
sounds
5
as though
feet.
a child had responded to them. But assuming this was an actual kid, the question arises, what's a child doing in a dark cellar of a building that's been abandoned for years? Now, nothing strange happens afterward, but
Okay, if it didn't continue on, I was gonna be like, so they came to this whole place to look for one basement, and then that was it. And yeah, like a bone or something like resembling a bone being in like an actual animal dam. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
They also,
like, it could be, that could be any number of things.
They missed a prime opportunity due to the Halo opening down there with that reverb. Just saying.
Yeah. No rhyme. What, reverb? Yeah, total reverb. The ghost was a little spooky.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. The voice was cool.
But throughout the trip, you can for sure tell that they were left disturbed. Just who, or even what, had been there? They have no idea, and they don't plan on ever coming back to find out.
Oh, so they did keep going? But that was all that happened was like one incident? I guess one incident. Whatever.
I mean, like I said, it could be animals too. Like that
Yeah, it could have
been a bird.
It could have been an animal.
It was
could,
dead
absolutely.
quiet out there, so.
Yeah, as it would be in that kind of a place.
I mean, obviously there was beavers in there, so there's probably bird nests in there somewhere. You know?
and like I was gonna say, is there water? But then you heard them step in a puddle. So
Yeah.
it was very clear that there was water down there, which would make sense. That like it's completely abandoned and nature has taken over. So it could be any number of things, but either way, it's
Still a little creepy.
still absolutely creepy. I think that was a really good one. I think that was a good job.
This next video was taken by a man who caught something pretty creepy while taking a smoke break outside his house. It was 7 in the morning when this happened, which according to the man was a time that no one else in his family was awake except for him. He was all alone, smoking a cigarette, while staring at the woods surrounding his backyard. But after looking closely at the separate garage next to his house, he immediately dropped his cig. Although
Is there a
unable to
reason
move
way
at
we
first
keep mentioning a cigarette?
He
Like,
dropped
is
his
this an
cig.
ad? Is this a secret ad?
He dropped his cig.
It was a Marlboro Red.
Yeah, well, we gotta emphasize that he's outside for a reason.
God, I don't need
Taking his
that much.
90th smoke break of a day.
Yeah.
Because of how
And it
shaken
just
up he
lives
was by what he
outside.
saw, he quickly takes out his phone and starts to record. Whatever it was, that was...
I mean, I do like so far. I'm happy that it's all instances where something provoked them into recording, and they weren't just recording the entire time.
Yeah.
So that's like the first guy, like he had something happen and he started recording. The second guy, the babysitter, something happened and he started recording, which prompted him to keep recording every time he saw something happen. The spelunkers, that obviously they were recording the whole time, that would make sense. And then this one, something happened and he started recording. So it's way better than like some of the other stuff we saw where people were already recording, and it's like these are more better explained reasons for why we're recording versus like Oh, I'm not gonna just run away or call someone. I'm just gonna pull up my phone and start recording from the get-go.
Exactly.
Inside his garage has left him too afraid to ever look inside while taking a smoke. This is what he caught.
Oh, it's a face.
What the bro?
That's pretty crazy.
Did they say this was his house, or?
Yeah, they said this is his house. That nobody else is awake.
Okay, cool.
That bird needs to turn it down a little.
Turn down for what?
Although initially, nothing is seen at first, the man records what looks to be a face that just suddenly comes out of nowhere.
And you can see the
something
curtain
you'd see
moving.
during sleep paralysis, a pale face emerges from the darkness as it stares blankly with no motion whatsoever in its face. But
I mean, you can see it move a curtain. You can kind of see an outline of a figure on the bottom pane. They're not up close enough to like have their whole figure there, so they're clearly like kind of leaning back and like just pushing their face in. So it's cool. Easy effect to do.
Not only does it lack any movement, but a body as well. This mysterious face doesn't appear to have a torso or
You can kind of make something out. I mean, it's clearly there's
also like a screen there too, or something.
Yeah, there's a screen. There's tint, some level of tint. Very clearly, some level of tint. Like it's
or any limbs at all. Whatever this is, just seems to be a floating head with no other bodily features.
Because when he gets closer on the bottom pane, you can see inside more.
Yeah.
And then when the figure moves away, you can see them drop the curtain back.
Despite its unnatural appearance, the man is certain that this wasn't a family member who was awake during this time because, as he states, everybody in his family has a very dark skin tone. This, whatever it was, does not have the same tone.
Yeah, he invited his white friend over. Like, come on.
Oh my god.
Video was taken in Gainesville, Florida, and to this day, the person.
Hey, was it you?
Florida. No.
Was it you?
It was not me.
It wasn't you. That guy's window.
I had a wig on.
Who shot this video has no idea as to who or even what was caught on camera.
Yeah, because like as he gets closer, you don't even see the curtain anymore because of the level of tint and all that crap. And like you can see inside now on the bottom. I don't know. There wasn't a curtain? What do you mean there was a curtain? It was absolutely a curtain. Like look at that. Oh, maybe.
And to this day, the person who
looks
shot
like
this video has no idea as to who.
Oh, maybe it was just the sky. You're right. Okay, it looked like it was moving earlier, so that makes me question even more things. Like maybe there was something there for effect. I could have sworn it looked like there was the lighting on top was being actively moving. So that could have been part of the effect for all we know, because it did look like it was moving.
This, whatever it was.
I like how they had to show. I like how they had to show the arm, like.
So not someone standing there by the car. What do you mean?
Have the same tone. This video was taken in Gainesville, Florida, and to this day, the person who shot this video has no idea as to who or even what was caught on camera.
Where I paused it earlier?
Because, as he states, everybody in his family has a very dark skin tone. This, whatever it was,
when you see a white car in the garage. So when it goes in more.
In Gainesville, Florida, and to this day, the person who shot this video has no idea as to who or even what was caught on camera.
There's something there.
Yeah, there's something there. It's not clear, but I think it's an easy. like the light, like we saw with the perspective videos earlier.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
people are
there could've
taking
been
advantage
something
of
in there.
lighting and whatever, like the lighting on this material looks like. Like, I'm sure they probably noticed one day, like, oh, hey, it looks really creepy when you look outside this window. Let's make a video.
But also, you notice it changed when he was moving closer because the angle of the reflection that was hitting that glass changed. So it could have just been something in there. When he walked up, it disappeared because of the angle.
I mean, I feel like if it was actually someone clearly standing there, the commenter would have maybe put some focus on that.
Yeah.
Like, that would have had a lot more focus than what we ended up with. So I feel like what we saw is the full intent.
Now, this next video was submitted to me by Ashley Goldsweg, who was left extremely unsettled by what happened a few weeks ago. Ashley writes that she was lying in bed with her dog when minutes later, he became intensely hostile. This often happens when Ashley is alone at home, and it's usually this doorway that her dog growls at. But there's something else about this doorway that Ashley writes about. On a certain night, she was having an episode of sleep paralysis. However, during this paralysis, she saw what appeared to be a person standing at her door. She closed her eyes as it was the only thing she could do. When the paralysis was over, the figure was no longer there. It's because of this that
Always a
Ashley
fun
finds
time.
this video to be creepy.
Did you ever have shadow people?
I feel like I did before.
When I was a kid, I definitely
Yeah.
experienced shadow people.
Yeah.
Specifically in places that I was not familiar with. And obviously now, you know, as a big, strong adult, with my amazing hawk eyes, my perfect nighttime vision.
Yeah.
The only time like I ever think I see things is like when I'm super groggy and then like I'm like, wait a second, I'm like, what the f am I looking at? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm very fortunate that I've never experienced sleep paralysis, but I definitely understand shadow people because as a kid, I can very much say I experienced shadow people as a kid. And
Yeah.
I know as an adult, it wasn't anything real, and it was definitely my eyes playing tricks on me. And it wasn't. It was definitely not sleep paralysis because I was always able to move. I was always able to move. I never had the actual paralysis, but I know it's like the worst thing imaginable.
Yeah.
And you've never had sleep paralysis?
No. I've heard that as well.
Yeah. So I've definitely. It's specifically in places I was unfamiliar with, and anytime I'm somewhere I'm not familiar with, like even when we were driving home from Florida, there was like a night where sleeping was definitely very difficult, and every little thing, just paranoia, hyper paranoia, and I feel like that's understandable, but it's, but. Stuff like this, like I'm different, interested to see where this goes.
The following is what she caught.
So real quick, I like how empty the room is. I mean, you just have the one bike in there.
Yeah.
The workout bike. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. I feel like, is there something attached to the door? I feel like there's something attached on the outer knob, but I can't really tell.
Like child safety. It almost looks like one of the kid-proof plastic.
Yeah, they also there's a Jesus on the wall.
There is.
There's a Jesus.
What is it?
See what's making it fall off for me with a belief on the dog is not focused 100% on the door. It's just kind of like looking around for a second and like kind of forgetting what it was just growling at, and then it went back to the door. So I feel like there's probably someone out there egging it on or something, you know. And with the way the doors crack, who would leave a door cracked? Just like, I don't know. I mean, they said that they're home. Well, they said they're home alone, but if I was home alone, my door would be full open, not just cracked open. Like, I don't know. Dogs don't growl at people they know. I mean, like I said, it could be somebody egging the dog on. Very squeaky bed. How any number of ways? Like, if someone can easily make their dog growl. Look, there's something out there. Yeah, because they spooked it.
Nothing apparent is seen on camera, which makes the dog's behavior quite strange. Ashley isn't sure as to what exactly it was that her dog was growling at, but knowing that a long time ago, someone or something might have been standing at the door makes this video a whole lot creepy. Although the appearance of this room is already creepy enough, Ashley's friends and family...
I don't know, even he's commenting that the room's weird.
I don't know. My dog does stuff like that and he'll just stare at the doorway for no reason.
And then start growling?
Yeah, sometimes. I've heard him just bark at nothing, just for no reason.
Weird.
Find this footage to be quite unsettling.
Yeah. I think someone could have just been egging the dog on.
Yep.
Like the dog's trained to stay in the room and they're egging it on, which is why, like, when it got close to the door, they could have easily just been like, "Ooh," and then the dog would go, "Ooh." You know, that's such an easy one. I don't like the idea of, even like as a teenager, you're home alone, let's close our bedroom door.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I said, it's either one way or the other. Like, it's either fully closed or fully open.
Yeah, like, I don't subscribe to that one.
On October 1st of 2021, someone posted a video of a birthday party that was being held inside a house. The video starts off with friends and family singing happy birthday to the girl sitting in front of the candlelit cake. Watching the video, it seems that nothing unusual stands out. But as you continue to watch, something happens that leaves everyone at this party feeling creeped out. This
is it the size of that cake?
Is it like the fact that we're not also inserting stock images of stuff everybody knows, like what it looks like? She was laying in bed with her dog, a picture of a dog, and then shows the dog in the video.
It wasn't even a dog that looked remotely close to her dog.
Yeah. She had a birthday party.
I mean, I get the editing idea and like just space filling.
It's just comical to me.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to Happy birthday to you.
Her childhood nickname?
62. Happy birthday.
Oh my god, she's making it witch.
I'm gonna give you 62.
Can you wish I'm getting a girlfriend?
There's a lot of millions in this guy. What the heck? Who was that?
Who blew it out? It was ours because he said it was That was weird.
It was a win.
Mi abuelita.
What win? There's no win. The rest of the drawer would have opened.
What the heck was that?
Give me that one. There's no win in here.
What the heck was that?
That could have been somebody opening and closing the door, like, you know, somewhere.
Any number of things. I mean, the reaction of the guy recording. It's the reaction of the guy recording that's killing
like he
it
was
for me.
instantly trying to sell it so hard.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what the heck was that?" And the door's been open the whole time, and I feel like there was a little bit of emphasis on the door being open, but the pan was very consistent with how it was going. So I feel like we weren't supposed to focus on what was on the door, just because of how consistent the pan was.
No, she would have said if she blew it out.
The candles on the cake are blown out, yet no one on video was seen blowing them. Even weirder is that the birthday girl thought that someone was behind her and hence thinking they had blown them. But after turning around and seeing no one behind, it became clear that something strange had occurred. If no one blew them and there wasn't a draft, then how exactly did this happen?
I mean, based on the smoke, it was
There's definitely
left to
moving.
right. Like, yeah, her right. So the left side of a screen to the right side of a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What the heck was that?
Who blew it out?
While the family thinks that something supernatural occurred, viewers have yet to give a conclusive answer to this mystery. Just who or what had blown the candles?
Could have also just been trick candles.
Could have been.
So many things.
Yeah. That one's like...
If you caught something
Not
creepy
really
on camera,
anything.
or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation. That being said, now this next video is pretty short, but it's still nonetheless pretty creepy. It was submitted to me by a viewer who found the video on Instagram.
I think the real horror here is how beat up that door and wall are.
God, yeah.
The original source is unknown, but despite lacking any context, the video speaks for itself. A mother is alone at home with her 2 children when strange things start happening. Now, the person who sent this further adds that the mother had been experiencing paranormal occurrences at home ever since moving in. This video is just one of many of those occurrences. It's late at night when the following happens. Watch.
Is this an actual picture of a house? Because if that's an actual picture of a house, sure, it looks like a creepy ass house.
Yeah.
Like, you ever notice it's those old white paint jobs that are like where most haunting? It's always like the old. It looks like the house was painted white like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Lead-based white, you know.
Yeah. With that
Just
same
flaking
siding
off.
material.
Yeah.
God, if his house looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just us here, and Henry's at work, and I've been here in my kitchen chairs all day.
She's not wearing her slippers.
And I'm freaking
Door needs a replace.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a dog scratching at it and the kids and stuff.
Yeah, like how long she been living here? It just said ever since she moved in, she's been having issues. Ghost orb! Whoa!
Yeah. Oh!
Now, right when the video starts, it's immediately evident that the children are distressed. Something is upsetting them, and we don't know what it is until moments later. The mother walks out cautiously from the safety of her room when a chair abruptly slides over. This was enough to send her running back inside, brimming with immense fear. Not much else is known about what happened afterward, but if one had to guess, it would be that they remained inside the room until the father, who she mentions, returned home. Unfortunately, like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
He never came back with milk, did he?
Close left leg. What's that little bit on it?
Oh, I don't know. Is that like a nick on it, or?
I personally think it's whatever.
Could be something attached.
I personally think it's
yeah.
whatever we're using to pull it, because that's the only.
Yeah.
I noticed that in every shot. I was like, huh, weird. Show us in slow-mo.
Father, who she mentions, returned home. Unfortunately, like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
Yeah, that whatever that is moves. You can see it moving, like up and down.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Remains a mystery.
Yeah, so that's that's cool. I mean, weird, yucky looking house. What else can we do other than just pretend we got a haunting? Cool.
Yeah, the line would definitely have to be all around it, or else it just like spin when it split.
In this last video, a man from Poland is walking through a secluded forest when he finds an abandoned house. However,
we're already up Shit's Creek because we're in Poland.
What is that horror game that I played? I can't even remember it now. They remind me of this. Like you're somewhere in Poland, I think, and going to an abandoned school or something.
Oh God. I can't think of what that is.
Something about this place that doesn't seem right. Oddly, for some reason, the owners of this house had left most of their stuff behind. It's as if they had left in a hurry. Not sure as to why there were still things inside, the man walks around with caution, thinking that someone might still be there. But as he checks out the place, things take a terrifying turn. Watch.
Watching.
Soma was the underwater one. I don't know what one.
It was that one.
Yeah, Soma was the underwater one by the Amnesia people.
It was the indie one.
But again, this is just another example of spelunking, urban exploring, ghost hunting, what have you. Don't do it. Don't do it alone. If you're going to actually do it, plan ahead. Bring multiple people, bring weapons, bring everything you can possibly bring. Because like, even if you do a once-over on a place, that's still not enough. Like, there can still be some... Don't do it. Personally, I think this is staged to some degree, probably, but...
Yeah.
And most of these are staged to some degree. Like, I would believe it's an old abandoned house. But in the woods? I don't think we're in the woods. Oh, upside down Jesus.
Yeah.
I personally don't think we're in the woods. That door was weird. The outside door was weird.
What's with the... It's like, has he got auto focus on and it trying to go back and forth there?
And it might be happening there. True, there could be a lot of abandoned homes in the woods. That sudden turn, man.
Yeah. Do you really need to zoom in that much on it?
Yeah, like, unless like that picture's gonna come back later and be like, but the families hung themselves somewhere, like, I don't know.
Yeah. It could be that it was abandoned somewhat recently.
Yeah, the abandoned, it does look
also,
pretty recent.
Like, could be people breaking in there and living there.
Oh, we lost focus. We're back focused.
So
That's a cut.
That music.
That was a cut.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, the house comes alive. Things move on their own, and a musical box begins to play by itself. Although we don't know the property owners' names, their pictures can be found throughout the house. But whoever they were, they must have left the place at once for obvious reasons. It's unknown where this house is located,
just looks...
but given what happened in this video, there's no need for an address. Whether actually haunted or...
Like, even in this shot alone, like, everything's tossed around, the place was turned over.
But it's like clean.
It's so clean.
Like all the items are clean.
It's
like,
so clean. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, it had to be a recent thing, but it's like, how recent? Why would I mean, I guess if you really think your place is haunted and you're trying to make a run for it, you probably wouldn't walk up.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, like, I don't know, if a haunting's at night, do you come back in the morning and just lock it up, or
no?
Do you try if you're trying to, especially if you're trying to sell it?
Yeah, I guess just keep it locked.
Yeah, the upside down cross, definitely a plant.
Yeah. No, I remember the game though. It was summer of '58. That was the game.
Oh, okay.
Great game.
or not, the setting of this place is creepy alone. But of course,
I agree with that.
This one. Thanks.
I mean, here's the thing. Any time you go into a place, like an unfamiliar new place, where especially a place you're not supposed to be, and I would argue that any abandoned place is a place you're probably not supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's already creepy. Like if you're in a stranger's home, like even as a break-in, like you're in a stranger's home, that's that's creepy enough because you don't know what you're gonna find, because it's an unknown, unexplainable type of thing. And I feel like in this case where like just things are falling over and music boxes are turning on, I feel like that's best possible scenario.
Like I could see that, like especially like in abandoned places, you don't know what you're disturbing by moving one thing. You know, it could be like moving 10 other things, or you could have shelves falling apart because they've been there forever.
Yeah. So it's any number of things, but yeah, you shouldn't be in a place like this, and I definitely the best possible scenario there. But that is Scary Comfy 86 by BizarreBub. And again, on the YouTube version of things, we are going to be linking. We'll be linking all of our material that we're watching. So we're gonna go into another compilation. This one again by BizarreBub, and we will. I'm enjoying his stuff so far.
Yeah.
He's not overly clickbaiting us, and definitely doing a good job of presenting us information. And obviously, he's still doing like the whole entertainment bit of, you know, there is cheesing it up to some degree, but not as much. But all right, this is his best of 2023, and let's see what we got. And if there's anything was in the one we just saw, then obviously we're gonna just kind of move past it.
On March 6th of 2023, a Reddit user had taken a photo of his kitchen late at night. The Reddit user claims that over the last couple of years, he's been hearing mysterious noises coming from his apartment. For the longest time, he's been trying to figure out the source of these noises. But then one night, while being in his living room, he takes a photo of his kitchen and captures this.
Yeah, that's weird. I can't tell what it is.
It was only after enhancing the photo that he was able to see what looks to be a tall figure standing in his kitchen. He believes that whoever this is the person responsible for the strange noises he would hear at night. But it only gets creepier because only a few days later, the Reddit user had posted a video of another.
So he took that off his camera, of his phone camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the implication? So the dude's in there with him. I feel like.
Are you fine with that?
Yeah, are you cool with that?
Yeah.
What if it's just like his roommate or something?
Another strange occurrence.
I'm convinced
he
it's
left
Jesus.
his camera recording overnight where the figure was spotted and captured this.
Video I downloaded on LimeWire in 2003? Man, that audio sound really throws you back, doesn't it?
Oh God.
Looks like it's just robbing the place.
Yeah.
If you look closely, you can see what looks to be a figure moving in the dark, but it's only after brightening the footage that the video becomes even more scary. This mysterious figure might just be the same person or thing caught in the previous photo. Now it could be that a squatter is hiding inside his apartment, but then again, some viewers think that this supposed person is actually something supernatural. There haven't been any further updates on this story, but until then, you be the judge on what was captured.
Dude, there's been so many posts of like people having a squatter in their apartment. Yeah. Like I remember a while ago, there's a really famous one going around about like this guy that he was every day weird stuff would be going on in his house when he went to work. And it was mostly positive stuff. Like his plants would get watered and shit, stuff like that. And sometimes groceries would be replaced.
You know.
And then like he started working from home one week, and he heard when the first day it happened, like first or second day it happened, he heard like weird noises in his house, and he like he heard shuffling of like the door opening and closing, and saw like a person like running down the street from his window, and all kinds of things like that. And it turns out he did like have a squatter, but the guy was actually like super chill and just wanted to be more helpful than anything else. Because he was like, it was like Parasite, you know?
Yeah.
Where the guy in Parasite, how he was like trying to do things to help the family. So I still think like two things: either that's Jesus or it's the ghost of former WWE superstar Luke Harper.
Yeah.
But I mean, see, the night cam, that's crazy.
Like, and I said it was on his phone too.
Yeah, it's like
like what we said before in a previous clip, like the quality, because that first picture that they were just showing us was from his phone as well.
Well, the second one, it just said he did it on his camera, and yeah, I don't know, the consistency dip of like, I get your phone's crisp, but your camera's from like year 2000. Get rid of it, man.
Yeah.
We couldn't see. I mean, I get that it's dark. I get it, but it's creepy to see someone moving around in your house at night.
Like the video from like Ace.
Yeah, like my wife walking around over the side.
Acer laptop, you know.
Yeah, Acer laptop. Topic of like home invasions and squatters and stuff, like that stuff's always scary. I don't know about you. I feel like I live in a relatively safe place, and
Strangers.
like, you know, yeah, like I live in a relatively safe place, and I feel like we don't get like, no, I mean, everybody at the end of the day, everyone's equally susceptible to like a home invader or something like that. I mean, like it's always kind of random, and like I don't know how someone picks a place to home invade. But like I know it can happen. Like I have plenty of friends who even like they live in like city apartments, and people break into their. I've had friends who have had multiple break-ins and over the course of like a couple months. It's, you know,
always
it's
like the scariest just because you know it's real.
Yeah, like it's something that can happen. So it's always good to be as safe as you can be. Always lock your doors. Always, you know, don't like just mitigate all the points of entry as possible. I highlighted before, I always have like a weapon or something around, and I'm always ready to deal with a situation if something bad were to happen, whether it's just be somewhat threatening with a weapon, or even just be ready to like make as much noise as possible, like anything to help deter something. Just always be ready.
Yep.
And obviously, like if something did happen, and if you can like prevent having to directly engage with a home intruder, like, because you never know what someone's gonna do. For all you know, like if you made noise, that could be the scariest thing to that person. They might bolt, or they might hear noise and take action. Like, I don't know, anything can happen.
They thought the house was empty, so they're gonna leave.
Exactly. Like that's best case scenario. I mean, obviously, real best case scenario is nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
But best case scenario, if something does happen, you know, you can do something very minor and it's still safe and defend yourself. But I don't know. That shit's real. It happens. No matter how safe you think you are, it could still happen. But hey, you know what? Never happened to me. Hopefully it never does. Has it ever happened to you?
Nope.
Hopefully it never does.
Exactly.
It's late at night when the following happens.
Oh, we've seen this one.
The person recording is alone at home when all
we're gonna
after landing in a pile. Caitlin jumped off her, but she was in camera.
Wait.
Now the person in question is known as Caitlin, and it was 2 years ago that she was involved in a terrible accident. On August 8th of...
Oh, we didn't know about this stuff.
No, more backstory?
So this is more backstory. So guys, we watched this person's TikToks last time, and basically they heard noises in their house, and instead of like calling out to see if it was like someone coming home, they just started recording and running around and back and forth and had doors opening and closing. So, but this is backstory that we didn't have before.
2020. Caitlin jumped off a rope swing at a very high altitude, causing her to break her neck after landing on a pile of rocks. This injury was so severe that she had to stay home for more than a few weeks until she recovered. But during her stay at home, Caitlin would encounter something that still haunts her to this day. No one else is home when this is captured.
So just we can quickly remind. Yeah, I didn't know about that part. Because the rest of her TikTok, this is from TikTok. The rest of her TikTok is just basic white girl stuff. Which, hey, I get some people are into basic white girl stuff. But this is the bulk of it. Dude, honestly, it sounds like video game dungeon noises.
Yeah.
And then one step, and that's what triggers her to run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if she had just broken her neck and was recovering her neck, she wouldn't be running and jerking around as much.
Yeah. Not
So,
like that.
all right, we're gonna just. Yeah, and the doors open and close, and that's it. That's all that happens. Nothing
about this or the previous incident. Given how frightened she seemed in both encounters, it might be best to forget about them. After all, this terrifying encounter still haunts her to this day.
All those ghost orbs.
This next video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but
it's Harry Potter's bedroom.
It is.
Nothing noticeable can be seen on footage, or at least that's what the child's parents initially thought. It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified. Something was actually captured inside this room. Take a look.
I mean, hey, don't let your kids play alone.
Yep. Basements suck.
Yeah, there's a person in there. Like, even if it's just like a stage horror thing, like...
Yeah.
And if this is an apartment building, this is clearly like... I don't know, a ground floor of an apartment building.
Yeah.
How are the parents having access to the CCTV there?
Yeah. That's like a public...
I almost feel like this is like the apartment people doing, like, trying to submit something for a TV show. Like, this is like America's Funniest Home. This is their bid for America's Funniest Home Videos. Oh, look at scaring the crap out of the kids, and then you have, oh god, why can't I think of his name anymore? Full House guy.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget is like, oh, hang on, because remember how in America's Funniest Home Videos, Bob Saget would just be doing all the funny voices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's doing everything. Oh god.
Oh man, like I good addition of like the cat also staring in there.
Almost looks like from that view they were showing like an animatronic
to go inside.
Santa or
His
something.
embodied hand can be seen beckoning to the girl. It almost seems to come out of nowhere.
It cannot
before
be
disappearing
seen
into thin
beckoning.
air. Even the cat who later joins the girl seems unsure about going inside. Whatever this might have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space. This mysterious footage, like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room.
I don't. How little toys do you have? How little toys do you have to have in your apartment that your kids just playing on the stairs? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it probably wasn't uncommon back in the day, if I think more about it. And the kid had like a bike helmet on, so for all we know, if the kid had just come back in from playing outside.
But like I said, that's a public area in it. Like anybody can get to that then.
Yeah,
They
that's
just walking the door and
yeah, that's the other thing is like, don't leave your kids unattended, especially in like a big city or an apartment complex, and especially an apartment complex that anybody can get into, because you can just have a weird guy hiding in that little area calling over little kids. That's for real horror. Is
yeah, that's the scariest part to think about there.
Yeah, especially for you as a kid haver.
Yep.
Like that's, I mean, even to me, like I think that shit, like I don't have kids, I'll never have kids, but like that shit to me, like I think those people are horrifying, because they will go to no ends and they need to just be put down.
Anybody who does anything to animals or kids, just
Yeah, it's bad.
There's a place in Mexico that used to be known as the Disneyland of Latin America. Reino
Oh, hell yeah.
was a small theme park that opened in 1988 and closed only a few years later after multiple fatal accidents took place inside the park. It's unknown if the park had shut down
That's
for
not
this
very
reason,
Disney
but
of you.
some believe that the park had closed its doors for the simple fact that many visitors reported paranormal experiences while being there. This isn't surprising to some people, as the park was built on a cemetery. Urban explorers are certainly creeped out by this fact, but they're even more creeped out by the statues that were left behind.
Like, if it's an actual cemetery with like gravestones and stuff, how do you get the clearance to just bulldoze over that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the 80s were a different time, especially in Mexico, like
yeah.
where everything's more corrupt.
Like, no clearance needed, just do it.
But I don't know, man.
Rumor has it that the statue of Snow White is haunted. Nightly visitors have reported seeing the statue in a spot that was not the same as where it was originally seen. It's as though it moved on its own.
That almost looks like a
A
mannequin.
group of friends visit the abandoned theme park when something very strange is captured on camera. Take a look.
Güey, ese es el velador de... ¿Velador? ¡Ey! ¿Velador? Aguanta, aguanta, espérate, ey. Shh, no te muevas. No mames, no te muevas, no te muevas.
Dude, he would be hearing you.
Yeah.
Güey.
I mean, it's someone in a Snow White dress walking towards them.
No. No, 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 aguanta, aguanta, aguanta. Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, deja que mi cámara enfoque bien. Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, güey. Eso no es el velador. No digas perras mamadas, güey. No digas perras mamadas, güey. Perdón, perdón.
No, I'd be out too.
I would leave if I saw someone walking around in like the costume.
Yeah.
Güey, ¿fue aquí? No digas mamadas, güey. Mire. No digas mamadas, güey.
Now that looks like a proper statue.
No.
Yeah.
No, güey, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso, güey?
Now if this moved, that would be freaky.
¿Crees que haya sido ella? No mames, güey, no mames.
I have all these different colors on their
the group
lights.
sees what looks to be another person inside the park. But as they look closely, they see that whoever this is appears to be wearing a dress. They continue to watch and notice that
I don't know if you could tell, but it does have an arm. So the statue's missing its right arm. That has a right arm. And the dress doesn't look the same. It doesn't look as thick out.
Yeah,
like
it's definitely not that. But it's
yeah,
something.
like it's someone dressed up as the character. But like I said, the statue is missing an arm. This has an arm, so
how they
Still
walk
creepy.
is a bit strange. Fast forward to the group seeing the statue of Snow White, and it's at this point that they realize the color of its dress
It's not the
is
same-
the same as the one worn by the person.
it
in
wasn't the
song.
same
Could it be
consistency.
that the so-called person was
No.
actually the statue moving on its own. The group seems to believe
That
this,
claim is a
but
big
of
no.
course, it isn't certain if that's the case. Had the group actually seen the statue moving on its own, or was this something else? Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, it was definitely just a costume. It's
Yeah. It was sort of item of clothing on somebody.
yeah, it's I don't like that one. It's just if like I get the idea of like if you're not normally a horror channel, you don't normally upload horror things, but like if you just randomly like, oh, let's go to the place, and then you wanted to make a thing out of it, like you would definitely bring someone in a dress to be like, oh, it's the legend. Like out of everything they could have done, that's the one they picked.
23 at around 10 p.m. a baby monitor captures something pretty spooky on camera. This video was posted by Marquette Jean, who's concerned for the safety of her daughter, as something very strange was captured inside her child's bedroom. The video begins with her daughter, who appears to be staring blankly at the window that's behind the camera. It's unknown as to what exactly it is that she's seeing, but whatever it might be, it seems to have her full attention. She continues to stare at this window when suddenly the camera picks up movement from inside the room. But as we can see in the footage, nothing is moving. Now the family used to have a cat and the camera would often pick up the cat's movement, but no cat is seen here as their cat had passed away in August of last year. However, as Marquette watches the baby monitor, this happens.
I hate eyes on night vision cameras.
Yeah.
So they're using a ball to move a camera around.
Is there a cat in here? Is there a cat in here?
No.
Oh, sorry. Love you, night.
Imagine
Okay.
just somebody opening your door and asking you that.
No, it's okay. I was just checking on you. Good night. I love you.
Scary.
Huh?
Scary.
You're scary?
Huh?
Why?
It's a monster. It's really scary.
There's no monster in the window. I'll look. See? I'll look.
Upon seeing a strange cat-like figure on the baby monitor, Marquette
Oh yeah, it
walks
was a
into the
cat,
room
not a
and
ball.
asks if the cat is in there.
Oh, that's weird, though.
Confused as to what her mother had seen, Marquette's daughter
Yeah, I
replies
mean-
no, but says that she's scared.
Night vision obviously like messes up. Like it sometimes can't discern depending on different things, right?
Yeah.
And like that's and
Like-
people pull these tricks all the time with the visuals. So I don't
So
know.
it makes it so pixelated.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is like how pixelated it is, and it's tough. It's a tough call
According
there.
to her, there's a monster at the window.
Then why is the
That's
cat
what the window
there?
looks like.
There's no monster in the window.
Like
I'll look.
if a kid's looking at a monster, where's the cat factor in?
Marquette checks the window and finds nothing there. Although creeped out by her daughter's response, she's more unsettled by the supposed apparition caught on camera. The family believes this may have been the spirit of the cat that they once had, but later passed away due to cancer. Whether ghost or not, Marquette and her daughter are shaken up by this footage. Like all
That didn't look
videos,
like the
the
same
question
cat.
is begged, just what exactly had occurred that night?
Yeah, I mean, like with this stuff, like you're given limited information,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of pressed to believe the worst possible thing. But I mean, we don't know how many pets they have. We don't know if their pet actually died. All kinds of stuff like that. You know, it's there's so many unknowns that.
Hard to say for sure neither way.
Yeah, like you can't just always go by face value. So I don't know.
It could be.
On October 25th of 2022, a paramedic posted a video of something freaky that occurred during his lunch break. The
Is it
video
those spots
pretty
on their
short,
camera?
So not much happens.
What are we
But it's a
censoring
certain
there?
detail caught in this footage that makes it quite disturbing. The video begins with the paramedic filming inside a hospital where
It's a logo. There's a logo that's being censored.
Yeah.
So did this come from someone recording, or is this from like a news or TV
a couple
show?
of surgeons are getting ready to transfer a very sick patient to a different wing. The paramedic walks out of the hospital to record them coming through. It isn't until later that the doctors arrive with the sick patient, who according to them, passed away only hours later. The paramedic then stops recording. Now, it was only after finishing work that the paramedic had watched this video and noticed something strange about it. Looking back at the footage, they noticed that during the time they were waiting outside for the doctors to arrive, something unusual was caught in the background. Take a look.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it.
I mean, personally, I think this is like super illegal or distasteful to be recording, like moving patients around. Why is a paramedic still at the hospital?
If you look closely at the hallway inside the hospital, a dark, shadow-like figure can be seen standing at the end of the hall.
You can't really
It's
see
there for just
details
a
on
few
anything
seconds
that far.
before suddenly disappearing from sight. The paramedic
They
has
walked
no
around the
idea as to
corner.
who or
Yeah,
even
he
what this might have
cuts.
been.
He cuts
But
away in
judging by
that
its
time.
appearance, viewers believe that an entity of some sort was seen. They further add that this entity might have been death itself, considering that the patient in this video passed away that same day. Yet it's still
Yeah,
not sure.
I again, so why is a paramedic still there? Why is a paramedic even recording this?
I think like all that's fine. It's just like we're pushing it to be that because the details are so bad in that part of the video.
I mean, I would be willing to believe this is a real hospital.
Yeah.
I just don't get why. I mean, they're making it clear it's not a body cam. Which, do paramedics even wear body cams?
I don't know.
I don't think they do, but I don't know. I'm not an emergency response person, so I don't know, man.
As to what was captured. But one thing that's certain is that whoever or whatever this was didn't seem to belong in this hospital. It remains unknown as to who or what was caught on camera.
Well, if you're recording, and this is all you're recording is just this angle, you see that person.
Yeah.
You don't not see, like this. You don't not see them. You see them. You're looking right at them. Like, this is the angle that you're pointing your camera. They're implying this is a phone, and then this is a person manually recording. And if this is a person manually recording something, like,
It has to just be a person back there, just that's working there or whatever.
Yeah, like this is. I mean, they said it was like South America or just somewhere not America, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's very clearly not America. Yeah, hospitals would have their own cameras, but the story is that it's a paramedic that's still at the hospital for some reason, just walking around recording stuff. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, in my America brain, that's illegal. But I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Like it's a top-notch place, so it might not be as, critical and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's late at night when a group of friends decide to visit their school to do something that they would later come to regret. Rumor has it that the school they attend is haunted. According to some students, if you knock on the door of the nurse's office, which is located at the back of the school, someone or something would knock back. Not sure if the rumors were true, and feeling adventurous, a girl named Debbie and her friend set out to explore the back of their school and knock on the nurse's door. But what they capture sends them running in a panic frenzy. This is what they caught.
Real quick, this concept alone will get you in so much deep shit.
Yeah.
This concept, like, they're recording it. If, like, a principal got a hold of this somehow, or anyone with any amount of power, like, these kids would be in deep shit.
Just knock on it. Not.
Yeah.
No, go.
And they literally just showed the girl recording it. Like,
Yeah.
your identities are out there. This is not what I would believe that this is stupid teenagers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Knock harder. Let him know. Let him.
Out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream is caught on camera, sending the girls running in full terror. They have no idea where the guttural screams came from, but one could only guess the source of the screech. Viewers believe that it came from either inside the school or near it, which only helps to prove the rumors as true. Something.
How does that prove it?
But of course, what's your stance on this? Supernatural or something else? You let me know.
It was so just like not even from the same direction. It sounded like way off.
Yeah.
Way off. So I don't believe it for a second.
No.
Our school's haunted, but only at nighttime at the nurse's office. I don't know.
Only when we videotape it.
I hope they got detention or something for this.
Yeah.
Futzing around on school property at night. I don't know. That's...
If you caught something creepy on camera, to scary video to the video in her kitchen. It's late at night when a girl named Pershka records a video in her kitchen. The purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night. So one night, as the ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. But it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look.
I'm looking. Okay, here's one thing I don't like about this guy's editing. Like, he starts playing the clip to, like, give the story and then do the lead-in. And then starts the clip over the actual, like, full context. I get it for full context, but, like, right there, we didn't need to restart it because we had already seen the walk-up twice. So that was the third time we're seeing the walk-up. I don't know. She would have seen it.
Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and
I can't tell what we're looking at.
Yeah, I can't either. I mean, that could be, you know...
And there's clearly something there, but...
Off of it.
I forget, how do I make it go frame by frame? I guess I can't do it anymore.
Second, the figure
Use
of a
the
little
arrow
girl.
keys?
Oh, figure of a little girl.
This was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had...
And then, so they shifted over and then put back, but didn't pan the other corner.
Yeah.
Taking down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident.
It kind of looks like she ran off.
Extremely unsettled.
Yeah.
Even though this video was taken a few years ago, it is still unknown as to whether or not
It kind of looks like she's starting to dash. Yeah, she turns and runs.
Had captured something paranormal on camera.
I'm gonna make such a viral clip of my ice machine. Oh my god, is that a ghost? Oh,
Ice maker on the TikTok shop. It haunts your house.
Man.
It's in my bio.
2023 was a weird year for horror clips, apparently.
Yes.
Why would you film ice? The point was to be like, yeah, at nighttime my ice machine makes weird sounds. So what, are you trying to imply like ghost demon child futzes around with your ice maker? Have you ever had an ice maker?
No.
My parents had like a big ice maker. And it's just like a size of like a mini fridge. And it's loud.
Yeah.
And like at nighttime when your house, when like everyone's asleep or there's not a lot going on, obviously you hear the ice machine more. Like you hear it filling up, you have the ice dumping. And it's clearer at night. It's always clearer at night. Hell, even I have an ice maker built into my freezer, and because it's only me and my wife home, I hear it just dumping ice and filling back up all the time. So I don't know. And if I heard a weird noise from my ice maker, I would be like, broken.
Yep. So we'll return it.
Nurses at a children's hospital encounter something pretty spooky. They had just finished checking on their patients when one of them begins to act nervous. Seeming a bit scared, they walk out into the hallway and proceed to stare at something. The other nurse follows along to see what it is that they're seeing. What happens next inside this children's hospital is creepy to say the least. Watch.
Is that Dr. Turk? It kind of looks like Dr. Turk.
Kind of does.
We got balloons again.
Se me empezó a pegar, boludo. Me pegué un cagazo y ahora lo veo.
Pero es la estática, boludo. Pero está lejos.
Bad quality camera.
Yeah, of course.
La concha de la lora. La pibita de la camasita me dijo que le tocaron la pierna, que le apretaron la pierna. Ay, mierda, se viene para acá.
Pero se viene para acá.
Oh shit, it's coming this way. It's coming right for us.
Like, never seen so many people scared of a balloon coming towards them.
This one I'd be willing to bet is CG.
Yeah.
Ahí está. Que pase largo, boludo.
Why has nobody popped the balloon either?
I think that's a CG balloon.
Yeah,
Can be seen making its
100%.
way towards the nurses. It moves in a straight path before somehow making.
Like there's no reflections on it or anything.
Both nurses even say that early on,
Like the one we saw
screams were
earlier,
happening.
and like,
From a
the
patient
camera
who claims that
qualities is so
something had touched their
bad.
leg, to the male nurse
Well, and
who
there's
says that the same
definitely
balloon was following
enough
him
lights
around.
in there for
They
it to have
believe
some
that
sort of
something
reflection
paranormal
off of
occurred.
it.
But as with most videos, you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera?
Because right here especially, it looks really bad right here.
And the shadow of it.
Yeah, it was like it was a really bad cone.
Yeah.
It was a real. I don't even want to back up for it. Like it was just a really
No.
bad cone.
Like it didn't even, like it looked out of sync for a second when it was first
Yeah.
coming in the door.
Yeah.
You might recall from previous videos about a woman named Lauren Combs who's been experiencing strange happenings in her house. Well, just recently, Lauren had posted some new footage regarding her unusual situation. Now, just as a recap, Lauren has had numerous occurrences happen at home that are thought to be paranormal in nature. From the doorbell going off on its own, as though someone was ringing it, to Lauren's hair being pulled by an unseen force, things at home have not been normal since moving in. All that's happened has made her concerned for the safety of her dogs besides her own. She believes that something evil dwells in her house and has bad intentions for both her and her dogs. In a recent video, Lauren is on the porch talking to her boyfriend on the phone when this is captured.
I gotta wait for my work clothes to dry.
I'm hungry.
I'm so help.
I don't care how good. Like, is she? Are we getting like the raw recording of her phone call? Because he sounds louder than she does.
Yeah.
And like, if it's speakerphone, why don't we hear her as clearly on this camera? Like, I'm just already nitpicking, and it's just like when you start trying to add a bunch of extra factors, that's where it just starts really falling apart. And I feel like that's what's happening here.
It does not leave out my work clothes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, do you want me to just make something here?
What do you have?
I mean,
Like, he's so much clearer than her.
So much.
Chicken nuggets. I love my chicken nuggets.
Yep. Can't go wrong with nuggets, man.
No, you can't.
Dude, my door just closed. Is that the slam sound? Yes. And it's locked. I just got walked out of my house. Yes, nobody's here.
It's a really big house for one person.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you know what? To each her
I don't
own.
even see her in there. Look, hang on.
Why would you drop the phone?
Why are you going outside without having keys?
Yeah.
This is like every homeowner's nightmare, like being locked out of their house because you stepped outside without keys.
Obviously dark out, so like your phone would
Like,
have
even-
a flashlight on it. Why wouldn't you take it? You're talking to somebody on the phone, so if you see something, you can say, you know, whatever.
Yeah, dropping the phone was definitely a
baffles.
big dickhead
Yeah.
move. I'm just upset that she doesn't have keys outside. Like, she went outside without a pair of keys. Even when like my wife's inside the house still, and I know she's still inside the house, I still, when I leave the house, I take my keys with me.
Yeah. You know why she dropped the phone? So it made sense that we were still hearing his voice.
Lock your door, lady.
door suddenly closes by itself before the doorbell starts ringing out of nowhere. It was immediately then that Lauren knew that this was another paranormal occurrence she had to run away from. Fortunately, she safely escapes from this terrifying situation with both her dogs.
Leave the
But
house
this incident
forever.
was so frightening that she had to spend a few nights at her boyfriend's before having enough courage to come back. A couple of days pass. and
You saw a
Lauren
shadow on the
finally
outside of a
returns
door?
home. Like most incidents, this one has left Lauren
Like in between the jam there,
should move out.
like above the hinge.
Home.
Is that what you're talking
Like most
about?
I guess there's bottom between the frame
Yeah, like
and
if
the
you
door.
keep going, you see something.
Oh yeah, I see
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. Look at that.
Considering what
It looked like another door.
Yeah,
feel
it
that
could have
might
been a
be best if she
reflection of
did.
something.
But until she does,
Yeah, it looked like a
seems
handle.
likely that the activity in her home will continue and perhaps intensify as seen in previous videos. Just like those, this one remains a mystery.
Lock your doors. People, lock your doors.
And take your phone with you.
Keep your keys with you, especially if you live by yourself. Especially if you're living alone, man. And you know there's hauntings? Like, come on.
It's late at night when a mother and daughter arrive
Oh,
home.
you saw this one.
The security camera at the front entrance records this animals. To her, this place, whose no ends.
Okay, we saw this one already.
Now, it wasn't until grieving for days on end. She immediately.
We've seen this one. This is a sad dog. We
She
know
thinks that this
we've
may
already
be her.
touched on sad dog
Is
as
still
much as we
with
can
Welder.
touch on sad dog.
This next video was recorded by a security guard who was looking over at the security
If you want our input on sad dog, go watch episode 1 on YouTube right now.
cameras inside a factory when he noticed something very strange. Somewhere inside this factory, a welder is working alone, but there's something about him that doesn't
And
seem
doesn't
right.
have his mask down.
Yeah,
or
his mask
anything.
isn't down. That's what's
Like,
going. That's what's wrong.
OSHA. This is an OSHA horror.
This is a huge OSHA violation.
Yeah.
Episode 1 is Underwater Scream Girl. Yeah, Underwater Scream
Yeah.
Girl. Already really liked Underwater Scream Girl.
Security guard takes a closer look at the footage and immediately starts to feel uneasy. After watching this incident on the camera feed, he quickly calls over the welder to look at this video and explain.
He's not welding.
Yeah. First of all.
Yeah, but it's a freaking like grinder. Which is why there's so many sparks. Well, I mean, you get sparks out of welding also, but that looks more like a grinder than a welder.
Yeah.
What's happening in this clip?
Especially
Just
the
like
way
the
he's
night
holding
guard,
it.
the welder
Mhm.
was left completely baffled. He had no idea as to what was captured. Now this
Because
video took
first, if you're welding, you need the visor down.
Yeah. You have it down.
You're gonna go blind. You're literally gonna go blind. If you're grinding, it's more of an it's not a perfect excuse because you're still an idiot and you're violating OSHA super hard and you're probably gonna go blind eventually. I know people still just do it anyway, but you shouldn't. But he's not welding.
took place during the night shift, which makes this incident twice as creepy. Nobody else had been working at this factory except the welder, but according to him, another welder who had the day off had come by to visit.
Shut up! Just shut up!
With him. They had talked for just a bit before the night guard called over the welder to look at this footage.
Cigarette.
But after watching the video, the welder
Smoke
was
break.
left speechless. This is what was caught.
Because he has a welding mask? He's a welder? He's not
guess.
using it?
He's crazy.
Homie schizo?
Yeah.
I think this is clearly like someone pointing their phone at a security TV.
Yep.
Because you can see the big glare.
Yeah. Or you know
As it
that was
turns out,
edited
the
out.
other welder who had dropped by to say hi wasn't actually there. The welder, who's seen on camera, swears that he saw the other worker in full uniform, as though he was ready to work. They had even shaken hands, according to him. But when looking at the footage, no one appears to be there. Although pretty strange, this
Maybe he
incident
was
gets a
just
whole
talking
lot
to
stranger
himself.
after hearing what happened to the worker who apparently had the day off. To their shock, the factory had received news that this worker had passed away in his own home. His cause of death remains unknown, but knowing that he died on the same day this occurrence took place has left the welder feeling spooked. Could it be that the
That's
spirit
pretty
of the
creepy.
welder's friend had paid him a visit during his shift? Or could this whole incident be explained by something else? As with all videos, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
Pass.
In the following video,
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Nope. This
Did
is
you
my
see
least
it?
favorite one. So guys, this is.
Just
Do they
need the
show like the
one
whole
shot.
concert? There we go. For anyone who missed it last time, this is our least favorite one. There's a band playing at a concert. There's someone hiding behind this screen on the side. It looks terrible. This is literally our least favorite one. I hate this one so much.
Yeah.
Because, like, the camera person, like, look at this is straight on. The camera person keeps going to it and then be like, no, bro, I didn't see it,
Nobody saw
bro.
this.
Go watch episode 1 if you want to see us get actually mad at this.
the following video comes from a man named Bob.
He's the horror.
No,
Who lives with his daughter inside a house where unusual activity has been happening recently. Bobby can't shake the feeling that something is haunting both him and his daughter. He's been documenting these strange occurrences ever since they started.
Who in modern society buys their kid a Raggedy Ann?
I was just thinking that same thing. Like, because those look newer. It doesn't look like super old hand-me-downs.
Dude, I actually saw, like, just a quick tangent, when I was hunting for TikToks earlier, I did see someone who was, like, working at one of the, one of those, Conjuring House or something. One of those people,
Yeah.
because they have, like, 80 Raggedy Anns in cases all over the
Oh, yeah.
place.
Yeah, in the
I don't know.
Conjuring House,
I don't
the
know why
caretakers
they
for
have
it.
so
I don't
many
know.
Raggedy Anns, because the actual one, isn't that still at the house, the Warren house?
Yep.
So why the hell do they have to have 90 Raggedy Anns at the Conjuring house?
Just to be on
The
brand.
actual Annabelle is at the Warren's house. Oh, but the guy,
Like, they
the
move them
worker.
around and stuff in there.
Yeah, the worker, like, when everyone was gone, he went up to one of the cases, took the Raggedy Ann out, and started, like, dancing around with it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so funny. I mean, so it was, he was holding the phone, like, between his chest and under his chin, and, like, putting romantic music, then it cut to someone recording him, and how silly he looked doing it. It was really funny.
Those are great.
For anyone who doesn't know,
nuts in the comments about it. Like, why
Yeah.
are you moving it?
yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Annabelle, the movie version, is not that kind of a doll. The original Annabelle is basically a giant Raggedy Ann, which is what this is. This is a Raggedy Ann. And that's just background for anyone who's, I don't know I feel like they were popular in what, like the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Something
And
like that.
by today's standards, I feel like nobody messes with Raggedy Ann, but I don't know.
Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy.
I don't know, man.
But out of all occurrences, the following has left him the most unsettled. Bobby's in his living room when out of nowhere, strange noises come from his bedroom. He grabs his phone and records the following.
First, this doesn't look like the kind of guy that grabs his phone.
Yeah.
This looks like the kind of guy that grabs a gun.
Something.
Am I being a harsh judge? 1000%. But these face tattoo types usually
Action first, questions later.
yeah, usually action first, question later, so
It's either in my room or Sky's room, but Sky's passed out right now. But it's crazy out there. So she's sleeping.
yeah, she's totally passed out in the middle of the day.
Yeah. It
Someone's
happens.
moving stuff around. I mean, if it's an apartment, it could
It
easily
doesn't even
be.
sound like it's in there. It could be upstairs, yeah, or downstairs.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's an apartment, it could be anything. Dude, homie's in the 90s right now. Yeah, wall. That's the wall of someone that's like, I ain't never moving.
Yeah, exactly. That's a creepy cabinet. That should just stay shut forever.
I think we found a problem. Homie's got the 80s, 90s wall of records. Opens up the porcelain cabinet. Has Raggedy Ann for his kids. Oh, I think we found the problem.
There's a porcelain clown in there.
Yeah, with a guitar.
Yeah, there's some.
Hey, look at that little picture of like the grandma from the 20s.
Yep, and there's like a Polaroid there that's all faded.
What's up with the sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Did you see the sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that Raggedy Ann book. It literally says Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Yep.
Oh my god. And
I feel like this is a little bit of an obsession.
all right, so scratch everything I said about earlier about this guy being action first. He's definitely one of the face tattoo guys that look like this come in two different flavors. The first one that I assumed he was, and then this one where he's kind of just a big weirdo.
Yeah.
We're big weirdos, but this, ugh.
It's a little much.
So what's that hat? Just did it.
Yeah, just did it.
Oh, what the f was that, man? Yo.
He was so delayed on that.
This.
Probably his kid
The
walking
sound of
around.
Footsteps is heard right behind him, as though someone had walked into the room. Spooked out by the noise, he proceeds to close the cabinet and walk out. For the next few months, Bobby would continue
was
to
definitely
post
the kid.
videos of strange happenings in his home, but it's the most recent video that has left him the most concerned. He's alone at home when this is captured.
What's up with that thing on the wall?
I don't know.
I know y'all hear the footsteps. I'm like shaking already.
Bro, you should be like, you're inviting this.
Yeah.
You're inviting this into your home.
See, I know you hear him pacing.
I feel like that whole cabinet is a shrine for all bad things to come to him.
That was a cut.
Oh, and then the door opened.
Nah, get out of here, man.
It's not open all the way. It's still at a little bit of an angle, so it's definitely his kid doing it.
Hello?
The cabinet's gonna be open.
Oh, this is a different room, isn't it?
No, I thought I saw the records.
Mysteriously, the same room where the footsteps were heard opens up on its own. Like before, Bobby was spooked out
Oh,
of
it's a
his
different
mind,
room. Okay, maybe it is
but
a
it
different
seems
room.
not as much
Yeah.
as when the following incident had occurred. Bobby is once again alone at home when something unexplainable happens inside his daughter's room. This is what he captured.
Hello?
No, he's got a little trampoline for his kid. The downstairs
Yeah.
neighbors must love that.
I'm sure they do.
There's a piano. Don't mind her room. She has so many damn toys. You gotta clean up like every day in here. Hello?
You have a piano? The neighbors must love that too.
Is he telling the ghost not to mind the mess in her room?
I'm pretty sure it's just doing it for narration purposes.
But at least y'all caught that part. Yo.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
We never saw what was on the trampoline when he walked in. We just saw the edge of a
I'm good.
trampoline.
Yeah.
said that. I'm telling you, every time I'm here by myself, man. See, look, her piano's still going off in there, man.
The toys inside his daughter's room mysteriously start going off by themselves. Now, not much else is known about Bobby's situation,
find their way into the
continues
trash.
to post these strange happenings on his channel. He hopes that someone will explain what's happening, as the activity in his house seems to be getting stranger and stranger.
Yeah.
In the following,
It's neat. Oh, this video makes me upset. But all right. I'm pretty sure I know which one this is. This is another. It's kind of like the concert one, but not as egregious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, like, he's clearly a big weirdo, which more power to him. He's having fun. He's collecting a bunch of weird, creepy stuff. He probably likes it. It's whatever. I wouldn't. I do have I have a Chucky over there, which is cool, but like I don't carry a lot of horror stuff. But I don't know. But to me, having all that weird stuff, you're inviting it. Because that's all stuff that's like most associated with like pure horror, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, and those Raggedy Ann dolls are just terrifying anyways, because they just got those black eyes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a billion explanations for everything. Like how long he was in the cabinet and his kid was clearly in the house, and then like, oh, I'm home alone. Like, are you home alone? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
but this video,
he was in an apartment, so it's got.
Yeah, I mean, it was very clear he was in an apartment. That was not a full house. Yeah, this video, man.
A group of friends are having a small gathering as they all collectively sing to a song of worship.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm not a fan of it.
The person recording pans around the room to capture this harmonious ceremony, thinking that this evening will end well. But little did they know that something would happen during this gathering that would haunt them forever. Be sure to pay close attention, as no one had noticed it until looking closely. Take a look.
Yeah, that's. Did you see it? That's.
Yeah.
Did you
guys see it?
Did you see it?
As the camera pans over to the hallway, a shadow-like figure can be seen bolting down.
This is my problem with these. Is like there's so much focus. Like the camera person is so in on it, and probably the camera person is probably the one orchestrating the entire thing.
Well, in the way that he's all over the place until that point.
Well, like he's just kind of like, he's not even. You would think, like, okay, I started the camera. Okay, let me quickly go over to the person who I should be going to first if I'm going to pan around. Like, okay, I'm like, oh, start camera. I'm like, oh, it's on. Okay, pan. But instead, like, turns it on, goes to the empty room, and is just there for a bit, and then realizes they have to move. That was like the concert one where the camera person was just focusing on the thing and pretending like... It's just bad.
At a speed beyond human capacity, its rapid movement and dark appearance were enough to leave the family extremely unsettled. Viewers believe that this ceremony might have had something to do with the sudden appearance of this figure.
It was
They can't help but think that this may have been some sort of dark entity that was provoked
look at
by the
that
ceremony. Not much info is
and
given
it's
on
just
the
it's so
That's the
inconsistent
thing in this entire video.
Yeah, it's so inconsistent how he pans straight to there, like he does a slow pan to there, it stays there for a bit, and then shifts, and it's like, come on, man.
Video, so it's hard to be sure if that's so, but whether paranormal or not, the sudden appearance of this dark figure is creepy alone. It's around 2:30 in the morning when a man films himself reacting to online videos. The man in this video is known as Zark, and unlike his previous reaction videos, this one captures something that has left him extremely terrified. Now, this isn't the first time Zark was frightened by something in his home. You might recall from previous videos about the strange occurrences that his family encountered.
Yeah, didn't we see this guy last time?
Yeah, I think we did see this one.
Yeah, we saw this guy last time. He had a haunted apartment And he moved, and everything, I guess, got better.
From small pets that would often turn up dead the next day after being brought home, to clocks on the wall that would mysteriously stop working, even though they were just recently replaced.
Probably be
It's
that
safe to
same,
say
like,
that
middle of
Zark
the
has had
night.
plenty of creepy experiences, but nothing compares to what happened recently in his new home. Just like before, he gets on camera all that's been happening. The following are things that have taken place.
Oh, his new home.
Moving into his new apartment.
Oh, I guess everything didn't get better.
The clock is stuck.
Oh.
It's most probably a battery fault, but two clocks going at the same time, it's obviously is very suspicious.
Bye, bye.
Somebody played Ding Dong Ditch. Oh my god.
Suffice it to say, things have not changed since moving out. The same odd occurrences that took place in their old apartment are happening here as well. Clocks suddenly stop working, and pets mysteriously start dying. But creepiest of all, the doorbell goes off when no one is at the door. Now, of course, it could be that someone had rang the doorbell as a prank, like Zark mentions, but it's what happens only a few nights later that makes the doorbell incident all the more creepy. It's late at night when Zark captures this.
On its Nest camera. Was he in the bathroom that whole time?
Whoa.
Strangely,
like
the keys to the door start
there?
moving on their own. Initially thinking that a breeze had moved the keys, Zark checks to see if there's a draft, but he finds nothing. The keys seem to have moved by themselves. Feeling pretty spooked, he tries his best to forget about this incident, but fast forward to only a few days later, and things get a whole lot strange. One night, Zark is making a reaction video while filming himself in his living room. It was past midnight, so he didn't expect anyone to disturb him, but little did he know that someone or something would still interrupt his video. Take a look.
Oh, there is the white shadow.
These ones seem kind of basic.
Yeah. Wouldn't you open it first? Or like look out your peephole if you have one? Yeah.
Something seems transparent, maybe.
The smudge on the glass.
Yeah. Okay. He was about to shit himself.
Yeah, that's what that looked like.
As if things couldn't get any more terrifying, this happens. A loud bang is heard at the door, scaring the living daylights out of Zark. He backs away slowly, fearing that something dangerous is at the door. But just like before, nothing is there. Naturally, he was scared.
Not
beyond
where he
belief.
can see it there.
In fact, he was so scared that in a follow-up video, Zark couldn't help but express his feelings about everything. Watching the video, you can see how much of an impact these occurrences had on his well-being.
You know, the ghost is not scary. They just f your life up.
What?
You see, the worst part of the haunting is not the activity which happens at night or any noise disturbance or sorry.
Clearly, these occurrences have taken a toll on Zark's mental health. He
I
can't
mean,
help
I
but
could see
think
that if
something
it's
from his previous
legit.
home has followed him into his new apartment. The activity won't stop, and it seems to be getting worse. However, for just a short period, nothing strange had
So
occurred.
last time they made it seem like the hauntings were over,
Yeah, they did 100%.
and they would end the show, his YouTube show, but because it's
Why
very
does he
clearly a
look
different
different there?
apartment. It's very clearly a different apartment than last
Yeah.
time. But
Is it, or is it a different angle?
well, because before there was like the kitchen was like right here, unless he
It would be to
flipped
the
it
left.
around.
It would be to the left.
Well,
Wouldn't
because
it?
remember there was like a weird little hallway where there is now,
Yeah.
but the kitchen would have been more left. So I'm not
Been,
too
like,
sure.
Right behind that chair, maybe.
Yeah, it's not too clear. I mean, I can buy that this is a different apartment.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it looks like a pretty small apartment still. So I can absolutely buy that it's different. Because the camera angle we're given, we're led to believe it's not the same. So I don't know.
But then one night, the most disturbing thing was caught on camera. Zark is woken up by someone knocking
What
at the
happened
door,
this time?
treading carefully towards the
Yeah,
door.
it's like so before we had ghosts walking around his apartment.
Now it's just everything knocking.
And now it's just lots of knocking, ghosts playing pranks on him, and he's seeing smudges.
He captures this.
Yeah.
No, this is a different apartment. This is way different.
Yeah.
It's exactly 3 o'clock. I mean, analog clocks are
Not accurate,
kinda-
especially ones that run on batteries.
So what's up with that door? There's like a big poop stain in the middle of it. Like, what is that?
No.
Maybe is it the haunting of from a
see.
ghost? Dude, don't put your phone up to it like we're supposed to see. If you don't see it, then what is this? He's trying to line up the phone, but shouldn't he just look himself?
You can't. Yeah.
And then there's nothing there. The hell? Oh, we've been at this video for so long, it rebuffered itself. Oh my
god.
Thank you, BizarreBub, for gracing us with this grace. If he's gonna try to imply that a little smudge in the middle is a ghost, like, I'm not here for
That's
it.
the only thing I could see before when they tried to say there was something.
Well, that's why he just said maybe.
Can you please stop it?
Ghost ain't gonna stop, bro. Can't stop, won't stop, bro. Also, who is their key in the keyhole?
I don't know.
Like,
That's such a weird thing.
I can understand if it's locked and it's theoretically safe, but like,
Yeah.
what the hell is that? That's so weird.
That's a no for me, instantly.
Yeah, he's cheesing this up super hard.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no. I'd say no.
The voice of Zark's child is heard
Like,
outside his door.
I feel like we're
Checking
just
on his
trying to
son,
go.
He's clearly lying in bed. If
Go
his child
harder
was
than
in
we
his
did the
room,
last
then
series.
who or what was mimicking his son? Like previous occurrences, Zark is baffled by this incident. He continues to document anything strange that happens in the hopes that someone could help him and his family.
What is he
But
doing?
based on recent videos, it seems they have yet to receive proper help. So then, just what exactly is happening here? To this day, Zark has no definitive answer to this question.
All right, well, we're gonna call it there on this compilation for now, guys. But we will have this. We definitely had some big winners today. Like that Japanese guy was fantastic.
Yep. That one was probably still my favorite. The dog jump scare.
The dog jump scare was so much fun. the janitor, the school janitor, the cemetery school janitor.
Yeah.
That was a good one. There was a lot of good ones tonight. There was definitely, and again, there's some not so good ones. You know, we're gonna get some stinkers. We're gonna get some winners every time. The VOD for this will be up on YouTube, as well as links to everything that we watched and information there. If you want more information on stuff or to join the conversation, definitely join the Discord, guys. We have a channel dedicated to this whole new horror show, our new bi-weekly horror show, which we will be, you know, the show will be every other Wednesday. So the next time we have this, it will be February 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern. So definitely come back for that. If you have suggestions for clips or videos, submit them in the Discord, in the Into the Macabre channel in the Discord. This is always so much fun, and I'm glad, thank you again, West, for jumping in tonight, because this is always a fantastic time.
Some great stuff in here, you know, and some not great stuff.
And we showed, even with the TikToks we dug up earlier, we showed that not everything has to be, you know, a paranormal happening or something happening. It just be the existence of a weird or unusual place. That's the whole point of this show, is we're going to be diving into everything that's not just paranormal, but also strange and unexplained.
Yeah,
but thank you.
Nightmare about that tunnel tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a good time. But this VOD will be up on the YouTube channel by this upcoming weekend, so definitely check that out. This one's gonna be a little bit longer than the last one, and hopefully next time we can mind the time a little bit better. But overall, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Appreciate you all. Wes, do you have anything else you want to say?
Have a great night.
All right, guys, everyone have a good night. Join the Discord. We'll be hanging out there playing games. We're going to have a lot of games coming up in the next 2 weeks until the next show. And catch episode 1 on YouTube right now. By this weekend, catch episode 2. We're going to have, it'll all be there. It'll be a great time. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night. Bye.